Welcome everyone back to the wild and wonderful world of Cataclysm. One moment. Before you, a city aflame. As you walk towards it, you eventually come across a large pillar of flames. And ahead of you, a machine. It stares at you. It creaks slightly in the wind. It looms over you. What would you all like to do? I want to pause the map so you can actually move around if you want.
Ponike is gonna go around and snuff out some small fires that are burning the brush.
All right.
Is the thing moving at all?
You can tell that it is motionless. Even the most cursory of examinations determines that it is inert. Whatever was powering it is long gone.
Right. Learning from past mistakes. I want to remove its hammer arm, if it's what I think it is.
As you actually go ahead and approach the machine, you notice it does not have a hammer arm, but two very large tubes with plastic wiring and other alchemical sigils on the exterior, namely the celestial word for water.
Oh. I want to inspect the thing. How does it work?
You can do investigation or arcana.
I'm doing investigation. Nope.
Holy shit, what is with the nat 20s?
Nope.
Get those nat 20s out of the way before a certain somebody shows up later.
No.
So,
Oh.
as you approach the machine and notice the alchemical sigils on the exterior labeled with water and celestial, you also see other words such as celestial for freeze, mist, vapor, lob. You make the reasonable conclusion that this particular warforged seems to be a fighter unit. It alchemically produces water and puts out fires. For some reason, right now it's not doing its job. It seems someone removed the power core from the center of it, which is normally a rather large dragon shard.
God damn it.
Oh, you do spot one thing of note. As you're bumbling through, looking at its cockpit and the various other things, you see a small emergency latch on the bottom that seems to have fused shut. Would you like to open it?
Yep, I'll break that bitch open.
Give me an athletics check.
Ah, shit, wrong roll. How? What? Alright.
Oh, wow, look at that.
There we go.
So, Asker, you grab the lid, the emergency hatch, put it out. You pull it out with deftness and speed, and out comes a single tube. It clunks on the ground. It is about 6 inches long and 3 inches wide, and seems to be made out of some kind of fireproof material. Would you like
That's
to
all I can tell about it?
would you like to pick it up and examine it more intimately?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead and give me another investigation roll.
30.
Jesus Christ. So, you flip over the tube, and in your infinite, peerless intellect, your deductive reasoning capabilities unmatched in Corvair, it says on the exterior, emergency Leomin's tiny hut. You read the finer print in there, and it seems to be a reaction-based Leomin's tiny hut that is used in case the firefighters or something get clamped down somewhere and they need safety while they are rescued. It's a one-time use item, but if you activate it as a reaction, it will then immediately cast Leomin's tiny hut.
Wait, so it negates the 1 minute casting time.
Yes, it casts it as a reaction.
Sweet.
That's sick. Could you choose who is in the hut or it just occupies a certain space?
It occupies the space you're in that Leomin's normally does, which I think is like 10 feet.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
So like a 10-foot
It's a
radius.
10-foot
of the
radius,
caster?
so it's a 20-foot circle.
It's a
20 foot.
pop-up tent.
Wow, instant.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
Let's see. Where's the draw to that? Make a circle. Alright. Nope. Nope. 5, 10, 15. Bigger. Come on. Nah, fuck. Shit balls.
As you oh god, I should have made an item for this. Another thing you did note from the internal mechanisms of the machine with your natural 20 on the initial investigation is that while its crystal lodestar is missing, theoretically, if you delivered enough power to it, it would activate again, and you could probably use it to easily traverse through this flame-ridden city.
I'll look at everybody else and be like, I'm not exactly great at magical shit, but somebody pumps this full of arcane magic, and this bad boy should turn back on and be able to put out a lot of fire so that we can get through this place.
Well, if you need arcane magic, you still got that shard of yours?
No, we're charging it, not replacing it, if that makes sense. You just need to hit it with something strong enough. I'm not sure exactly how strong it should be. Someone who's more magically inclined should check it out.
Sure, I'll give it a shot.
Oh yeah, go look.
Oh yes, the wizard. What would the wizard like to do?
Only we had a guy whose magic is his whole thing.
Yeah, God, if only. So what do you want to do here, buddy?
Let's do a chain lightning.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, good God. Asker backs away.
As soon as he hears the word chain lightning, he's like, I'm out.
Well,
All right, go ahead and cast that chain lightning there, buddy.
Oh, okay. Come on, kid.
Mercy. Your lightning arcs through the air, pierces straight into the apparatus of the machine. The alchemical nodes and various other apparatuses that power the machine burst to life, crackling with faint blue energy, and the machine rights itself and then seems to be waiting for further direction.
I point at the fire.
The machine looks at your finger, traces it, and then moves forward and just starts continuously producing water in a large stream as it begins to carve a path through the flames. What would anyone else like to do in this situation?
marvel at the Tin Man.
I'll help snuff out some fires with prestidigitation.
Okay then, Punike, are you also
What a
running the point?
gentleman.
Yeah, I walked over there and I said that Ponike just like walked over, ignored the machine, and just started like putting out fires and making them smaller and like moving things off of the brush and just having them dissipate in the air.
All right. Someone give me a survival check as you move your way through the firestorm.
Okay. Survival. Wow.
What is with today?
Fuck yeah.
Better knock on something.
Yeah, you better start praying that them nat 20s don't run out later.
Yeah.
I'm just glad that I'm getting shitty rolls now.
Yeah.
That way when Ilmar shows up, I'm like, nat 20, 19, nat 20, 20, 40, 19.
If you get a 40, I will be shocked. All right. You carve your way through the smoky ruins. Silas, would you like to describe how you deftly navigate people through this furious, fiery landscape?
Oh man. Well, if there's one thing Mr. Silas knows how to do, it's how to escape burning areas.
Oh no!
Oops.
Whoops!
So he pretty deftly, he'll tippy toe on forward with his fireproof leggies, and He'll do his damnedest not to think of things, but he can't help it. But he knows how to look for the wind, like looking for changes in direction, how flames are blowing. If he can see like pockets of fuck, it's hard to describe, but he'll look at places where there's a lot of burning fire and he'll see if something's about to collapse underneath,
Oh, I
or
like
if
it.
there's a sudden wind and oxygen will push that flame up higher, making it hard to pass. He can see what's gonna happen because he's seen it before.
I love it. Well, was there anything else that anyone else wants to add as we make our way through the the furious firestorm?
Yeah, Ponige, since she rolled so low, she's just like walking through the fire like it's nothing, just assuming that y'all can follow her.
And it's like, come on, guys, it's only like 800 degrees. I mean, what are you, children?
Yeah,
What are you,
it's
children?
just sweater weather.
Sweater
Ooh,
weather.
I'm kind of cold.
Oh God, 100 Kelvin. Ugh. Alright, so
Uh,
you make your way through the furious storm. The fires begin to dissipate slowly, 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 and right when the flames begin to peter out and it seems there is nothing left to burn, the machine carves through one last wall of flame before powering down. Ahead of you, a further stretch of land, and in the distance, a forest. The area is tinged with red, but not in a way that seems reminiscent of the fires, of some kind of miasma, some kind of adulteration. What do you all want to do with this information?
Guys will wrinkle
I'll-
his nose in fear.
Ponige will begin to walk closer, and then pick up a like a rock or a twig or something, and just huck it forward.
Alright. You chuck the rock forward, and ahead of you is the blighted landscape with its strange white sands, crimson red soils, purple and violet trees. Everything seems to have been harmed. Your rock skips across the ground and seems to disturb nothing. There's a kind of stillness here. Do you proceed forward?
Does I guess this would be in character. Does anybody have detect magic?
Wait, have what?
Detect magic, because this looks magical as hell, but I want to know what kind before we go on in dancing.
Pretty certain I do. You check.
Elfan had it.
Oh man, rest in peace. What level spell is that?
I think it's 3.
First.
Pretty low, yeah.
Detect magic is a first level spell. Third? What are you?
Yeah, I do have it. Here we go.
Go ahead and cast that bad boy.
Hitman.
Milo, ahead of you in the distance seems to be an enormous, almost kind of break in reality where otherworldly forces are being thrust into Eberron. It seems the morning permanently tainted a sliver of reality in this one particular stretch of road from the left to the right to the heights of the ceiling where you can see Siberius the dragon above to even the greatest depths of Kyber. You determine that the bubbles are mutagens, and they seem to come in 2 types. One is demonic, which you don't care for. You know, you can be evil, but you have to have standards about it. You spit on the ground. The others seem to be eldritch, otherworldly, extraplanar, the hidden magics, the course between anything. The detect magic tells you that if you are to interact with one of these bubbles, it will cause a mutation. They should be avoided at all costs. Unfortunately, it seems that the way it's structured is that you can't get around this necessarily. It seems to even go through the ethereal plane. But it looks like it's not very wide, probably about 100 feet. As long as you don't touch any bubbles, you'll be fine.
Yeah, can we just walk around it or fly above it or something in between?
No. You have to go
Yeah,
through it technically.
Well, I mean, you said it's 100 feet wide, so we could just walk 100 feet and then we're on the other, and then we just
No,
walk
no,
around
it's
it.
100 feet thick.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's-
how wide is it?
It stretches from one horizon to the other. It seems to envelop around a particular edge of the morning. It's almost like the current boundary of the moorland has been permanently tainted when it expanded, and this is the result.
I am gonna shoot one of the bubbles. One of the bubbles that's, we're still not near the forest. I'm still like 60, 70 feet away from the forest. I'm gonna aim and shoot for one of the bubbles with a firebolt.
You shoot the bubble, and it pops. And as it pops, it spreads a vile ichor everywhere about it. A kind of
Great.
foul green substance that lands on the ground and touches a rock. And the rock splits in half and then starts slowly rolling away to the left and the right, almost as of its own volition.
Fucked up.
Gross.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Okay.
can we tunnel underneath it?
It also goes down to Khyber and up to Siberius.
Fuck.
This is like a filter over reality. It's gonna be everywhere no
You
matter
said
where we
it's
go.
100 feet thick. Let's just teleport to the other side.
You can't easily see it. If one of you, okay, the way I want this segment to go is you quite literally just walk through it, and if you don't hit a bubble as they appear on the map, that's it. You just don't get hit. They're appearing at random and everything, so I kind of want you all to think about how to boost your speed and stuff and things of that nature to get through as quickly as possible.
Well, I'm gonna pop my wings, which will increase my speed.
All right.
Who else wants some increased speed? Because I can do it at a higher level.
I have a quick question. Do we happen to get a long rest between
Yeah.
the last session and this one?
Yeah.
we did.
Yeah, the cave
Yeah, that whole.
was you people getting a long rest. So yeah, you did.
I forgot to take my long rest.
Just click the button.
Okay. Yeah. Does anyone else want 60-foot fly speed to just dart through this shit?
Does anybody want to hold Silas's hand?
I can make you fly, and then
I-
hold your hand.
I can make Dimension Door.
Oh yeah.
That's
If it gets-
500 feet, baby.
Yeah, Ian just said we can't see the other side.
Oh, that's true.
Is it okay if
Your
I just
fault.
polymorph into something and just fly above and carry someone?
It stretches up
Ooh.
to the sky too.
Oh, fuck
Like
that.
to the guy.
Alright.
Okay.
I swear to God, anytime I ever
Well-
want to put anyone through the ringer, it's here's a structural equivalent of a door, and people just lose their minds.
Alright, well,
Yes.
I have shield, so I can shield myself if somebody wants to walk behind me.
Huh, I like that. That's interesting.
Would fire shield just wreathing myself in fire so that way the ichor is burned before it can touch my flesh? Would that do anything?
That would give
But
you
then
advantage.
would it affect your fire though?
The fire turns into just like ice and then Punika's frozen solid.
Or like corn.
Something like that would give you advantage on the Constitution save to see if you are affected by the mutagen.
Okay, I'm gonna pop a fly.
Okay.
I'm gonna pop a fire shield.
All right.
And
What's your movement speed now?
60.
Oh shit.
And if I dash as my action, that's 120 feet in one round, which means I can get to the other side in less than one round.
All right, give me one dexterity saving throw.
Advantage or not, or regular or anything.
Advantage.
Okay.
Wow. Oh,
15.
What's you know what the DC was?
15.
Yeah, it's exactly 15.
Awesome.
Punike darts through with effortless grace, zipping and zapping between each bubble, and they arrive on the other side. However, your comrades cannot be readily seen.
So
Wait.
I can cast a circle of power, which everyone within 30 feet of me has advantage on throws against magical effects. I don't know if a thing hits us, I'm sure there's a throw.
It's magical. Yeah, there's a Constitution saving throw if one of the bubbles pops.
Okay, great. Well, we can get advantage on all of those if we stay within 30 feet.
Good, I need that.
I think that might behoove us.
Okay. What
Yeah.
are your movement speeds?
Mine right now mine's always 40.
Okay.
I think mine's 30,
All right.
but I could always cast it and then take a
Mhm.
dash.
Yeah.
Like I'm assuming this isn't just like one turn we're really kind of doing.
The way it's going to work is that their speed will have to necessarily match your speed so they can stay within the sphere. But as long as
Right.
everyone's movement speeds are technically roughly the same, then it'll just work. Okay, so who wants to go along with Milo? And Milo, yours is 30, right? So if you dash, it'll be 60.
Correct. Correct.
Okay.
Mm,
I have the DC in mind
okay.
then. All right, and then yours will be 80, Silas.
Yeah, but I'm thinking about it now, boys. Mhm. I think I might just want to polymorph into a rat.
Why?
Because they're
Smaller
small.
And then just be in another player's pocket, and then you just have to rely on that player's throws. Is that what you're saying?
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, that's smart.
Exactly, actually.
Oh god, who's really good at dexterity saving throws? It could be anybody.
Me, but that's it. Who else is good at that?
Asger gets advantage because he's a barbarian and he can see the bubbles.
Asger?
So
Yes.
Oh, right. This would be a fun in-character thing. Asger, I wonder if I could hitch a ride off you.
For
I mean,
what particular reason?
because even without my curse, I'm still pretty gimpy, and I'm been dealing with a lot. I know we all have, but boy, I don't trust myself right now, and I'd much rather it depend on somebody who's more level-headed to get me through this, because on my own, I'm gonna be a nervous wreck and a half. And if I go through as I am, I'm gonna end up being a nervous wreck that's gonna split in half and go separate ways, like some kind of freak. And I don't want to do that. So, do you mind if I turn into a rat and sit on your shoulder? Or wherever. Please.
I mean, that's fine. I could also just carry the lot of us on the spear.
I understand that, but I guess my idea is there's just less surface area on a rat to get hit by a bubble. You know?
There.
Okay, so it's okay.
That's fine by me.
Okay. And he turns into a rat and just
I like to imagine he makes that sound. It's not like a Harry Potter, like the professor who turns into a rat slowly. It's just and you're a rat.
exactly. And he learned After Effects. He records his own sound effects too. So he just goes.
God, a bard with minor illusion is a dangerous thing. All right, so Silas and Asger have teamed up. Milo, Buddy, and Nebelshoi. What are we doing here?
That's so anime.
I'm just falling behind. Nebelshoi, if you want some protection, just walk behind me.
All right, what are your movement speeds?
On that offer.
30.
Nebelshoi.
30.
All right then.
Let's just make this easy. You have shield, yes? And then you would be behind. Just get on this the scythe with me, and I'll get us across. Milo, you as well, because then we all have your little circle of whatever.
Yes.
How big is this scythe?
Well, I can literally hang below it and fly it, so you guys can all sit on it. Doesn't matter.
It's about as large as the narrative needs it to be.
I can carry up to 500, extra pounds on it, other than me.
Jeez.
Doesn't come with seats though, so it really smarts your cheeks.
You have to ride Side saddle.
on Asger's huge thighs. It's just like two people on each thigh. Oh god. All right. Whew. All right. Everyone, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Right, and everybody has advantage. because of
Yes.
Yay.
What the hell?
mileage. Nice.
All right, buddy's fine.
Saving throw.
Oh no!
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Squeak,
Silas is...
Oh,
Oh my
no!
god!
Oh,
I'll use
Well,
medical
that actually
token.
makes a lot
Oh my
of
God!
sense.
oh dear.
That actually makes a lot of sense because Silas is in your pocket, so you're piloting the sight, watching where the top of the scythe is, but you're not watching where your torso is, and you get hit with a bubble.
Wow, I didn't think this was gonna happen, and now I'm really pleased. Wow, God, man.
Oh yeah.
Woo! This is a good day.
Dexterity save.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Neville,
a
Shoy,
great day
give me
for
your dexterity
Bitcoin.
saving throw. Okay.
Defo.
Milo, you're fine.
That's fine.
Buddy, you're fine.
Literally everyone except me and Silas.
All right, Silas.
Can I? Oh man. I was
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if I can use telekinesis to like hold them. Oh, but they're hit by a bubble. Shit.
All right. I'm gonna
Hey,
need
Hold on.
what?
We were going. Couldn't I have just like literally gone slow and popped things and then went after they popped?
Yeah,
Like
maybe.
with full touch?
Theoretically, yeah.
Because Asger's not stupid. He's not gonna like fly through a fucking bubble if he doesn't have to. He could literally just sit
That's
there
the
and go,
thing, though. A lot of them are appearing randomly.
Yeah, they come out of nowhere.
So it might have been that we were going, we were fine, and then it just literally like
A bubble formed
Bam,
around
in
your
front of
head
us,
and then
you know?
popped, which caused you to swerve, which caused Silas to fall out of your pocket, which then caused Silas to hit a bubble. Okay. Asger, because it's a 1. Actually, no, yours is a 9 because you had advantage. Just give
Oh,
me,
it's a
give
12.
me, give me your cons. Oh yeah,
The
it was
12.
Give me your con save, and Silas, give me your con save.
oh boy, a con save, the thing that I'm best at.
Jesus
What?
Christ!
How is that possible?
Let's see. Yeah.
I'm gonna.
It's. Oh, let me
Plus
just tell you
1
that
modifier at level 16, baby.
the mutations are not that bad. They're actually just amusing mutations. I didn't pick anything that would ruin the game. So, like.
Oh, okay.
Like.
Well, give me a chance.
All right.
Wait, so.
Give me a chance to ruin the game.
We're
Right.
probably gonna. I'm just, yeah, since it's a separate.
Uno
save,
momento. I got
do
something
it
for that.
again. There we go. That seems better.
Okay. Asger passes. Silas, give. Okay. Silas, demon or eldritch?
Roll
Oh.
it. Let fate decide.
Okay.
No,
You wouldn't.
to guide
you
these
wouldn't get
lives
to
we
pick-
see.
You wouldn't get to pick what bubble you pop into.
But he just offered me a choice, and I've had a bad day. So, demon.
Okay. I
That's
prefer.
funny how that's like the obvious.
Give me a
like, good
D100,
answer. I
Silas.
think they both sound pretty bad.
Give it a what? Sorry?
D100.
Oh my god. Oh wait, it's a slash.
This is a weird table in Baldur's Gate that nobody ever
Oh, that would have been
uses.
so great.
I know. Let's see what 67 is.
Tell me what 69 is though, just to break my heart.
It's the same. It's the same thing.
Oh,
Um,
like
So
that
you did get 69.
God.
in spirit.
In spirit.
Nice.
Asger, Nebelshoi, Milo, and Buddy arrive safely, and just as Silas emerges from the pocket, a bubble pops, drenching their small furry rat body in ichor. They slowly reform back into their normal Clon self, and as they turn around to face everyone else to check the damage, their eyes are pitch black, and everything outside seems to be far brighter than it otherwise would be. You now have dark vision out to a range of 120 feet.
Cool.
Shit.
The one I
he
wanted
just
people
covers
to,
his eyes.
the one I wanted people to get is one of them makes it so that your arms turn into tentacles and increases your reach by 5 feet.
Oh my
Oh.
god, that would have been insane.
Yeah, that would
Man.
be fucking awesome if like someone who wants that got it.
All right.
I mean, shit, that would
Eating
synergize
away
pretty well with
out
my
of
whip.
famous tentacle arms.
So like if you were a clon, would that make it 10-foot reach instead of 5?
Yeah, really. Because they've got clowns have like literally in the book it says their arms are like as long as troll arms.
Oh,
They got
okay.
long arms.
Oh,
Silas is a
alright.
freak.
Oh, so you'd have like a 15-foot range, which would be terrifying. Just like slapping people from the other side of the room. All right.
Exactly.
Let's assess the damage after this horrifying encounter. What is everyone? Silas, how are you feeling there, buddy? You now have dark vision and demon eyes.
It's just one thing after the other. God, somebody hand me a goddamn blindfold.
Silas, this is actually a pretty good look on you.
Yeah,
Oh.
don't tell me that.
Hey,
No,
Thank
really,
you.
it's
now,
nice.
now you,
Uh,
yeah, your eyes are getting almost as dark as mine. Now you just need the red irises, and we'll
I don't
be
want
twins.
that. No! That
Ah,
means we have to dress the same, and god damn it, I can't pull that off.
oh, trust me, you'd never pull this off.
You can't pull this off, honey.
You
Not even like a Band-Aid.
She says as she gestures down to her dress that is like covered in scorch marks and burns and is like a piece of shit.
He says as he gestures down to the shit that he stole off a scarecrow, because that's where he gets all his clothes.
Oh god, I totally fucking forgot that's in your lore.
That's in my lore, baby. He is the scarecrow.
It's on page 82 of
Scarecrows are cool.
3,497.
Anyways, oh, she's the light.
All right. What do we want to do here, gang? Oh, you're not at this map yet, but feel free to just bumble around.
Fiddle around.
Well, Ponike, realizing that everyone is back around her, will snuff her cigarette and put it back into her carton.
That's
And blow her smoke down to the ground.
All right.
Silas watches that, squinting, and he goes, "All right, well, this is just. Wait a second. Okay, wait. Out of character. Was that a narrative choice, or metaphysically did the smoke just go down instead of up? Are we still in more shit?
Oh no, she like blew the smoke to the ground to not
And then it
blow it
just
into
went up
y'all's
anyway.
face and like put out her cigarette so y'all wouldn't have to like. She started smoking again because of all the bullshit that just happened, but she's
Yeah.
gonna be nice about it. Why do you think she darted over first? She's jonesing for a cigarette.
A nice pack of Dwarven Delight Slims.
God damn it. Such a sweet Uggs.
As you could probably imagine, when you get through the morning, because right now you are actually in Sire. When you get to the other side, you have to go through this again.
Yay.
And I bet everyone's like, come on, I want them tentacle arms.
Get 'em.
I'm sure
I want to hug everybody.
There's one that makes your ears come alive, and then your ears start like having you hear stuff that's not real to trick you into doing dumb stuff. It's pretty great.
Oh, great.
What would I have had to roll to get that one? I don't want that one, but holy shit.
I think it's like 35. It's a table from Baldur's Gate that I never see anyone use called Demonicker. If you ever get stabbed by a demon weapon, you have to roll a con save, and if you fail it, then you get some weird thing. They're like a third neutral, a third bad, and a third good. It's kind of neat.
That sounds like a treat.
They're
Tease and
great.
teats.
Is there anything
Anyways,
else?
You got the lucky one.
Yeah,
Yeah, you lucked out. You got one of the
I
good
got the
ones.
I got the Twitter icon one.
Yeah, you kind of did.
Let's see.
Oh, wait.
Well, is there anything else we want to do? Because I can't think of much.
Why in the hell do you sound like that?
You know what? Sometimes I just want to have fun.
Right.
I mean, fuck, we've been traveling with each other for God knows how long. You haven't caught on to the fact that racially I am a clown man. Sometimes I'm gonna do dumb shit.
I don't actually see race.
Well, That's, you know what? I don't want to have this conversation with you.
Right.
Well, I've been
Yeah.
trying to get better at making racial prejudice.
At making it?
You know,
I think
making
that'd be-
prejudicial remarks.
Okay.
She says, full well knowing she appropriated clown culture last time,
Yeah.
like just a couple hours ago.
Yeah. Yes, and I remember, and I appreciate you recognizing what you did.
Cultural appropriation,
I
however,
just-
isn't
yes.
real.
I just see mortals.
I like it.
And me.
Okay.
And you.
And me, the little picture of the orangutan baby.
We're all
Fuck, I love that post.
We're all very special individuals, and our racial backgrounds do not influence how unique we are in our spirits.
I mean,
I'm
a bird that got
Yeah.
trapped in a body, so
I don't have real legs anymore
I have demon
and
tattoos.
tails. Yeah, you do. Oh my god, that's right. Oh, that makes sense now. Anyway, and he looks back at the two guests.
Hey
And
guys,
they're
how
like-
you doing?
Hey, I'm
Once more,
sorry
just-
you guys heard that.
Just staring with confusion and dismay.
Listen,
Buddy.
it's
Buddy's
Don't
just
worry.
taking out Buddy's just taking out like something from his sleeve, and it's like all connected together like little colorful handkerchiefs, and he's just blowing his nose.
yes. Good lordy.
She looks at Nebelshoy's confused look and goes, "Oh, don't worry. This entire adventure will be a long, distant memory to you by the time you get home."
That doesn't make me feel any better.
Oh no!
Yeah, that was cryptic and weird.
What in the fucking shit, man?
Oh man.
Hey, I'm just waiting here for you guys to have your conversation. Pay
And
no
so are they.
pay no attention to the
away.
pay no attention to the Tarrasques behind the curtain. Fine, I'll put the Tarrasques.
It's
away.
literally like having a teacher, the Tarrasque being there. Ugh, Jesus, I can't.
I can wait.
Um,
I can wait. Finish your conversations. No, please finish your conversations.
No.
The lesson can wait. And you know what? I'm just gonna extend this time into your lunch period. So you know what? The more you talk, the less lunch
no.
you have. You know. So please talk away. Talk
no,
away.
no, I was being like the teacher. Nah, fuck. I can't remember what joke I was making. It wasn't that. In any event, shit. What are we doing?
Yeah,
Ponike
walking.
keeps walking forward. She wants to,
Okay.
actually, she'll let everyone else walk forward of her, and she'll hang back like 10 feet, so that way she can smoke without anyone else having to get within her cigarette smoke.
Dwarven delights. Unfiltered.
Oh yeah, no, Ponike probably rolls half of her own cigarettes.
She probably rolls it out of like paper from trees that don't fucking exist anymore because she burned them all.
I like
Where'd
it.
she get the other half?
Yeah, she buys them.
7-Eleven.
We call it 10 day over here. All right, so who wants to make the survival check to determine how you get to camp?
I'll do it.
Eventually, where's one? There we go. Okay. Oh, sorry, gang.
Let's see what Ponike. I guess your new eyes aren't working all that well.
Yeah, you can't tell, but I'm crossing them at you.
Honestly, it's a little, it's pretty bright out. I mean, they do have dark vision. It probably throws you off a wee bit in full sunlight. Ponike,
Yeah, he's just
you
saluting
examine,
everywhere.
you look ahead of you through the blighted forest, and it eventually withers away into desert, like a kind of straporal eventually, light rainfall, twisted canyons. You can see that the sun's going to be setting in a few hours, so you decide that we should continue on the path until you will eventually come across something approaching cover. Several hours pass. What do we do while we are walking for the next several hours before we eventually arrive at camp.
99
Well,
bottles of beer on the wall. 99
You get
bottles
shot
of
in the
beer.
ass with a firebolt. The second you start singing that, a firebolt will hit you in like the heel or like the back of the knee or the ass.
99
And nothing happens
bottles.
because my legs are fireproof. Take
that's true.
one down, pass it around. And while he sings, he like shakes his ass like teasingly. Take one down, pass it around. 99 bottles of beer on the wall.
So, aside from Ponike and Silas getting to know each other in ways they didn't think was possible, what is everyone else doing? Buddy,
Oh, wait.
Nebelshoy, Milo,
I forgot
Asgard.
my ass is still my own.
Yes, it's only legs.
Shit. It's just my legs. Oh, my ass is cooked.
Hmm.
Talk about a rump roast.
You beat me.
Wow, that was like instant, simultaneously.
Clown to clown communication.
So,
Yo,
Milo.
If you say that in actual in-game, you will hear a minor illusion, and you look back, and it's Nibbleshoy just like giving a wink.
I love it.
Wink back.
So, Milo, what are you doing to pass the time over the next several hours?
Sorry. Andre has a mouthful of food. Milo,
Well, Milo doesn't.
maybe he does.
Oh God, is he eating baby livers again?
It's just
Oh,
his
yeah,
hand. He's chewing on it.
He's got little like Lunchables, and he peels off the plastic, and instead of like a pepperoni and a cheese and little,
It's just an
little
eyeball.
cold sauce, it's just like, yeah, it's like baby eyeballs and like
Ugh.
little like a little brain in the middle, and then like you like peel it off and dip it in a little like kind of gristle.
Every time Milo describes his food.
It's the worst.
How does everyone else react to the fact that he's eating like children?
Silas is uncomfortable.
I like how
sorry,
no one
I-
ever calls him out on this. You're like, hey, buddy, that's wrong, but we're not here
What
to
are we gonna
discriminate.
do? He's a million-year-old tiger that could kill us with a fart.
Well, excuse me for not bringing enough to share with the class.
You want me to cook that for you?
Don't.
He taps the
Yeah.
sides of his coat, and you hear this disgusting
This is actually-
squishing and slouging sound, because there's obviously enough for everyone. He just doesn't want to share. All right.
Okay, you've convinced me. I can share. Here.
No, I had some already.
Anyone? Oh,
Fuck
and you're
it.
not sharing. Why do I have to bear the burden of being the one not sharing when you've got perfectly good baby eyeballs of your own and you're not sharing either?
It's a dietary thing, you freak.
Panike will take
the
a
protein.
little bit of this foie gras per se.
Panike, don't.
Oh my God, you're
And,
eating children.
Don't.
Yeah, do it.
She'll hold the
Don't
small
do
amount.
it.
She'll hold
Oh.
it in her fingers. She'll toast it just a little. You can see it like sizzle, and you can smell the flesh burning.
Ugh.
And she'll pop
Wait.
it in her mouth, and she'll chew for a second, and you'll see this small smile breach across her face, and she'll go, it's been over 3,000 years since I've eaten someone.
Needs more
And
kind.
and
It-
Silas will look
Congratulations.
at Panike and then look at the two people who don't know us that well.
You know,
Maybe we
Sure.
shouldn't have eaten baby.
the thing is, though.
She already.
One second.
Buddy already
One-
figured out that Ponike is a giant firebird.
Pardon me
That's
for one.
specific.
Pardon me for one
Yes.
moment. Milo
Yes.
didn't exactly say what he was eating. He was just describing it, and then he started
It
eating
looks like a small eyeball.
Yeah, but how would you know? Oh, okay, Buddy and Nebelshoy, are you bewildered by what a fiend is eating? I think any reasonable person would immediately be put on edge if they saw a fiend eating, right?
Yeah.
Okay, do you
No.
want to...
Buddy doesn't give a fuck.
No, he's tired. He's singing some songs to himself.
All right,
Yes.
Nebelshoy, is there anything you want to do to react to Milo having a snack?
Okay. Considering the fact that for the past, since introductions to Milo, he's just been on edge with the fact that a fiend is just like right there. Not even like he's okay
Yes.
with tiefling, but fiend, full, full abyssal infernal, just right there, and nobody's doing a thing. Just I don't know. Side eye. Just a perpetual side eye. I don't think there's any more.
That's fair.
Yeah.
All right. Asger, how are you passing the
Asger's
time?
just thumbing through the massive amount of shit that he currently is in possession
You have
of.
so much shit. It's stupid how much crap.
It's like he just went to a Mardi Gras parade.
Asger's literally the loot whore of the group. He could run a shop, and I'm not even kidding. He could run a shop right now. And he's going to realize that he's also a fucking moron. He's going to take off the bracers of whatever the hell I have on. I give me
Bracers of
2 HP.
defense.
Yeah, and he's going to equip the spell guard shield because fuck you, Ian.
Where is that spell guard shield? Ah, here we go. Oh, you mean the sentinel shield?
The spell guard shield that is in the giant loot table that we have never passed around or passed out, that is all currently sitting in his
Okay.
bag of holding.
All right, go ahead and equip it, and then just unequip the bracers of defense while we continue on to the next scene.
Yep, I will be doing.
Oh.
And then he's actually basically going to talk to everybody and be like, I guess a few things. One, Silas, the armor that Belfin gave you, you should probably put that on, evil bitch coming on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also,
can somebody help me buckle?
He flicks a ring of protection to
Joy
you.
will do so.
Oh, hey. Actually, you want me to open up the camp scene? Then you can set up camp and divvy up the loot that way. How about that?
Okay, sure. That's good. All right, we'll do that then.
Let me set. What you see on the map ahead of you is what you see. You round the corner, past a few very tall rocks, and you see a kind of slowly burning fire, 2 carriages, and what seems to be some kind of odd rest area. I'm going to switch the map over so that you don't have limited vision. I don't know why the hell it's giving you limited vision.
Because it's funny.
Oh, it's 'cause-
Ponike wants to peek inside the carriages and make sure that
We are alone.
ain't nobody there no mo.
All right. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Can it be perception since I'm looking?
Yep. Come on, be a 1. Come on, be a 1. Come on, be a 1.
Be a 20, be a 20, be a 20, be a 20.
What?
Be funny, whatever you are.
Mother!
Oh, no. Oh.
Punike, you put your God is good. Punike, you put your face to the glass, and the glass is frosted, and you cannot see into the interior.
I heat up the glass to defrost it.
It's like frosted, like the glass is chemically treated to be dark. It's not covered in ice.
Oh,
See.
she will,
Actually, maybe the one is you making that mistake, and then
The glass just actually melts.
the glass melts. You now have a clear view of the interior of the cabin, although it's a little smoky now.
No, what I was gonna do is when she noticed that it wasn't, she was gonna just carve a circle in the glass with her finger.
Oh, I love that. Okay, go ahead. I like that. Okay, you open it
Yeah,
up.
so she will just.
Go ahead.
Oh, what's inside?
It's a standard kind of sleeping carriage. There's a kind of large mat on it, and there are various articles and other materials in here. There are journals, messenger stones, sending stones, various other papers and effects, clothing, rations, and assorted other ephemera. But there are no people. Doesn't seem to be anything alive in the interior at all.
In the other carriage? What's in that one?
Go ahead and give me another perception check. Wow, look at that. The glass in this one is not treated. You look into the interior, and it has a similar layout to the other one. Sending stones, random ephemera, books, things of that nature. Seems to be people's personal effects that were just abandoned in here. And as a matter of fact, as you look around, you notice that there are no footsteps leading to or from the carriage at all.
Ooh,
Cool.
they grew wings.
No, Silas, they probably vanished, turned to smoke and ash when the morning expanded, like everyone else.
Yeah, well, they grew wings somewhere, smartass.
What does
None
everyone
of
else?
y'all know what an angel is. None of y'all.
Asgard
God
What's in
damn.
this?
kind of like
What's in this
cocks his head and
tent?
looks at
Here, 1
Silas.
second. Asger, go ahead.
Asgard cocks his head and looks at you.
Exactly. He knows he is one. Kind of. Right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So you couldn't get that joke. I mean, it's. God. Explaining it just doesn't make it funny. Yeah, they grew wings.
I just got
yeah.
it. You were saying that they have died, and because
Yeah.
they have died, they've become angels. But Silas, that's not how angels work.
Well, you know what? I'm just gonna have to sing you some goddamn songs because there's a lot of folklore you don't know about. You know, some people that's what makes most sense to them. So they.
You still there? Here, one moment. I'll pause really quick. All right, buddy, Nebelshoy, what would you like to do here? Everything you see on the map is there before you.
That cart right over there.
Mm-hmm.
Can Nebelshoy go and just sort of like check it out? See if there's any like anything to salvage, anything to scrap.
Give me investigation.
Sure thing. 16. Not bad, but not good.
You rummage through it, and it's various articles and effects and what have you. You notice that there's like a faint kind of powder in here, like ash. You keep going through, and you discover that the ash seems to be concentrated in certain spots here and there. Would you like to investigate further?
Yes, please.
All right, go ahead. Roll me another investigation.
Uh-oh.
Oh, wow, perfect. You look at the powder and notice the clumping and the kind of trailing and stuff and realize that it seems to have been something that was being held, and it turned to dust in the same manner that I guess whatever disposed of the people that were here, and they're gone. Now, however, as you dig through the ash, kind of poking around, you see that one of the ash piles is much smaller than the other, and in the center of it seems to be a kind of polished stone, a sending stone.
Hey, buddy. Think we found more civilian casualties. Found this though.
I'm gonna walk over and kind of check around with them. You got a stone?
Yeah, don't know what it oh god. Don't know who it goes to, but odds are whoever it is,
I am so
It's fine, you're back.
annoyed. No, the Wi-Fi just decided to shit itself for
Here, 1
a
second.
minute.
All right, buddy, Nebelshoy, what do you want to do with this particular information?
Here, let me pass that on back.
Yeah. He tosses it over to you.
What would you like to do with this particular object?
Well, I want to get all the ash off it first.
Okay, you dust it off.
And I'm gonna do an arcana and like kind of see if it still works.
Go ahead and roll me
See
Arcana.
what it does.
Sweet Jesus. All right. You determined that the message that it was about to send is frozen within it. And with a little tinkering, you could figure out what it is.
Oh, no tinkering.
Oh, just roll another Arcana.
Yeah, okay. Let's
see what you got here. Yeah, that's totally fine. Okay, I'm going to PM you what is in it. You are welcome to save it for later when you are all going to bed, but this is what it says.
this.
Oh, that's kind okay, that's kind of funny.
How many more piles of ash you think we're gonna find? I mean, my god, niece. All I found of her was feathers, but, I don't know.
I don't think we should count them. There's bound to be hundreds of them.
But what if things keep... What if we can't change them back? Somebody's gotta remember everyone, right? We can't just leave these people here.
All I know is that my sons are out there. And if they're Ash, well, I'll be a dead man too, probably.
He just opens as though he was about to say something in protest to that, and just doesn't know what to say, and just... It's a rare moment of not only emotion, but dejected, oh god, what are we gonna do?
People die. People die all the time.
Okay, buddy, where we left off, you had just discovered the sending stone and the frozen message within it. What would you like to do with that information?
I'm gonna listen for a little bit. Put my hand up and point. Just in a way that, like, give me a moment. And I'm gonna read what it says. Max has ADHD, so Max can't read at the moment. But Buddy will pass the stone back to Nebelshoy.
Nebelshoy, would you like to read it?
Sure thing.
This will be interesting. Alright, here, I'm going to paste it to you. Where?
That.
In the Sam Hain. Here we go. Roll Ori. Alright. Sent. You are welcome to ask everyone to listen to this message if you would like.
Okay, definitely. Oh, shall I read it in?
Yes, you're welcome to read it aloud.
Defo. Okay. My darling Desmodemona. Desdemona. There it is. I have written this from the front. There is a calling, a beckoning to a place. I fear it. Words escape me. The right words, but a rhyme. A dreadful cadence is in my mind. I shall write it for you. I have a rendezvous with death at some disputed barricade, when spring comes back with rustling shade, and apple blossoms fill the air. I have a rendezvous with death, when spring brings back blue days and fair. It may be he shall take my hand, and lead me into his dark land, and close my eyes and quench my breath. It may be I shall pass him still. I have a rendezvous with death, on some scarred slope of battered hill, when spring comes round again this year, and the first meadow flowers appear. God knows 'twere better be to be deep, pillowed in silk and scented down, where love throbs out in blissful sleep, pulse nigh to pulse and breath to breath, where hushed awakenings are dear. But I've a rendezvous with death, at midnight in some flaming town, when spring trips north again this year, and I, to my pledged word, am true. I shall not fail that rendezvous. Okay, well, that was,
Some weird ass poetry.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Did he say something about words escape me? Beckoning to this place. He said something about a beckoning to this place. That's kind of weird. Maybe there was something here to happen before even the morning?
Like some sort of fight.
Either that or this guy was, written this from the front. Sounded like he was a little bit war-crazed. It can happen to a lot of people. Look, people die. I ain't got no qualms about that. I just ain't seen so many people die. The whole world people dying. I ain't seen death on this scale. That's all.
Well, when we find out who did it, we'll do something about it.
Oh
But
yeah.
for now,
Ooh.
for now, we got the settlement to get to, and all we gotta do is help. Hell, maybe you'll find a filly. You know, repopulate and such.
Yeah. I don't feel. Well, let's keep walking.
That was
Oh my God.
fantastic.
He's such a Republican. It's so good. Jesus God.
Okay.
Let's keep walking.
Asger.
Love
Sorry
you,
for
Noble Boy.
butchering your poem, by the way. Oh boy.
That was a good poem.
It's not mine. It's Alan Seeger.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's a gorgeous poem. I
Mm-hmm.
figured that there's nothing more appropriate than a World War I poem for the morning.
Absolutely.
Asger, is there anything you would like to do in the scene before we settle down to retire for the evening?
Yeah, I guess I'll check here. I don't normally roll. Are there any souls?
You would sense them.
Jesus.
There's a stillness here. If you wish, you can start divvying up the loot because you actually have like legendary plate armor in your inventory.
Oh yeah, I have stupid crap and I have so much shit. All right. Let's see.
I'm gonna open up everyone's kind of stat blocks really quick, and we can divvy up the loot that you all acquired. I can't even remember where. Oh, after you defeated the Lord of Blades, you looted the place, and this is all the Lord of Blades loot, which has not been handed out. Go ahead and take it from the top, Asger.
Well, let's see. I've got 1, 2, and then 1 in the big loot that I already had. So actually, Asger to the, I guess, the original party, just because this is stuff we had before we met y'all. He's going to offer a ring of protection to everyone, to Milo, Ponike, and Silas, because we have 4 total. So
Ooh.
Asger is already wearing his.
Right.
Hell yeah.
I can just drag and drop that into everyone's inventory.
You'll have to add one
Please.
more because it was in the big loot document.
Okay.
Also, in the loot document, what about all of those spell books?
Oh God. That one, that was some wizard loot and some other stuff that was going to happen when you eventually bumped back with Boyland Manistand, but you never brought up the books around them, so we haven't done that little arc yet.
All right, cool. Well, then they'll just chill in the bag for a while.
Okay. Go ahead and describe, kind of do it in character a little bit. I'm gonna give the original gang all a ring of protection really quick. Just keep it moving along. Tell me what you want, who to get it, and I'll give it to them.
All right, cool. So I guess we're all around the fire at this point, and you just see like Asger's head is inside the bag of holding, and he's like rummaging around, messing with shit. And then he like pops out with 3 rings, and he looks at Silas and just goes, "One for you," and beans you in the forehead with it. Looks at Ponike, you beans Ponike in the forehead with it, and looks at Milo and beans Milo in the forehead with it.
Excellent.
One for you. I would
Thanks.
recommend putting those on first. Silas, definitely put on your armor. That belt gave you.
Yeah.
And give me a minute, and he goes back into his bag for a second.
Ooh, I have a question.
Yeah.
Out of character. So, I'm looking at armor of the Piper, and it says 16 AC, but then it says in the description the armor itself is +2. Is 16 included in the +2?
It is including the +2, yeah.
Okay. Let me
So
change
the
my
base is 16. Yeah. Plus
the base plus my dex. Okay, so my dex is +4.
So your AC right now would be 21 with the ring.
Hey, that's never happened before, and it looks really close to my my what's it called? My HP 211. So that makes me smile. ADHD is happy.
Crap, you are.
Asger's gonna look at Milo and be like, so I know you always use your whip thing. Do you have anything for your other hand? Do you want a shield or anything like that?
Oh, I have a shield.
What shield do you have?
That's a good question. You know, I think you gave Ian, I think you gave me like a magical shield, but I forgot about it.
It gives you resistance to force damage. It's a standard steel shield,
Ah.
except it gives you resistance to force.
Oh, sick. Okay.
Okay. Well, I've got that, and then I've got. Let me see what it does. Hold on.
Are you referring to the Sentinel shield, Asger?
Oh. Well, that's just an interesting, useless shield.
What does it do?
It's the shield of expression. The front of the shield is shaped in the likeness of a face. While bearing the shield, you can use the bonus action to alter the face's expression. I have 2 of those sitting in my loot.
I mean, that's fun.
Right? Let me see if there's any other shield. Oh, wait. I have the shield of. Where did it go? Arrow catching shield. Let me see what that one does. Okay, so it gives you a +2 bonus to AC against ranged attack in addition to the base +2.
Interesting.
Interesting.
He kind of shows that one off to you, explains what the hell it is, and says, if you want to use that, you can, or if anybody else uses shield and wants to use this, please feel free.
I'll take it.
Perfect. What armor are you wearing, Milo?
That's a good question too. Let me see.
He's wearing standard scale. He should definitely get the dragon flint.
Wait, that's there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't I have heavy armor proficiency though?
You do because you're a cleric. It is it's a plate.
Sick.
All right, I'll add it to your inventory.
Yeah, take it out of mine, give it to him.
Oh yeah, I can literally just drag and drop, which is really fun.
Yay.
Oh, remember, you also have 3 legendary swords. You just have
Yeah,
one
but
around.
I don't think we can use any of them. Actually, no. What's everybody's alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Okay.
Lawful evil.
You can't use any of them.
Neutral.
Just straight neutral?
Well, I don't know about
It's-
straight.
It was neutral evil, but you know, she's done a lot of like change and therapy, so I think it's leaning more towards like true neutral.
Exactly.
Silas, I heard
can't
your
use
joke and it was a funny one. I just want to let you know.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I mean, I've got 3 shield, 3 swords,
23.
chaotic good, one's neutral evil, and one's chaotic evil.
Oh my god, Milo has a 23 AC now.
Ugh.
Sounds about right. Does that include the ring of protection?
Yep.
Hell yeah. That's wonderful.
Actually, Milo, are you wearing a cloak? Or
I
is
am not.
What's
Man,
everybody
why are you doing me dirty like this, dog?
Wearing
Because
what?
we're about to face fuck off bitch face, okay?
Yeah.
I
One of
love
the
fuck
many.
off bitch face.
Yeah.
So I know. Let's see. Silas, yours is 21
Her name
now.
is now fuck
Milo,
off bitch
yours is-
face forever.
Exactly.
Eh,
Milo, yours
Boy
is
land
22. Tony K, what's yours right now?
19
Oh, with the ring.
with the ring.
Do you have a cloak on?
Yeah, give it her.
Technically, yes.
Ah.
Shit. Okay. Well, then never mind. I can't give it. What is this? What does this do? Interesting.
Okay, so it's 20.
He's going to explain this, and if anybody wants it, I guess you can have it. I guess it's technically not from Waterdeep because we're not in that universe right now. But we have robes, which include 3 things: the Lord's helm, the Lord's amulet, and oh wait, no, it's just the robe. We only have the robe because it has all 3 in here.
It's all 3.
Okay, cool. So the Lord's Helm. This bucket helm covers your head and conceals your face. Screens over the eyes help to shroud your identity without blinding you. While you wear the helm, your voice is magically altered to sound genderless, and you are immune to magic that allows other creatures to read your thoughts, determine whether you are lying, know your alignment, or know your creature type. Creatures can communicate telepathic with you only if you allow it. Lord's Amulet. It functions, let's see. While wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors. And then the robe is, while you're wearing this robe, difficult terrain doesn't cost you extra movement. In addition, magic can neither reduce your speed nor cause you to be paralyzed or restrained. And I think it's like a 3-for-3 thing. You have to wear all of it.
Interesting.
So Asger's going to explain that shit in character and be like, I also have this weird set of shit. If anybody wants this. Oh, and shit, if you can't wear the cloak, Milo or Silas, are you wearing a cloak? You're wearing a cloak, aren't you?
Actually, I don't think I am. Oh, wait, no, yeah, I'm wearing Vermin Shroud.
Right. Milo,
Oh,
are you
quick
wearing
thing.
a cloak?
Did you give Milo the cloak of protection?
We're
that's
we're
what we're
debating.
trying to figure out why.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
I was trying to see why everyone had stuff. I just have a cloak that would help you dodge attacks. I guess it's the best way to say that in character. He looks at Milo. Are you wearing a cloak?
I'm not.
Right, and he throws it at you. Have fun with the 24 AC, Ian.
I thought
Thank you.
I thought you were my friend. That's not that bad. In Dylan's game, I did 26 AC like almost all the time.
Jesus Christ. But yes, about those robes, they're pretty awesome if you're not wearing anything in particular. They don't count as armor or anything. They're just robes. He's looking straight at Ponyke. Guess not. Okay. Let me look at the rest of the shit.
Or Mr. Low Charisma.
Right.
Guess not? Okay.
Whatever.
Alright, just thought I'd offer. Okay.
Okay, he's gonna pull out 2 spells because they're specialty spells. Got Spell Steal. You cause a creature you can see within range to make a Wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, you place a minor hex on them. The next spell they attempt to cast of 3rd or lower level fails and has no effect. When they fail to cast the spell in this manner, you are able to immediately cast it using your reaction instead. Oh. Cool. It also says casting a spell in this manner grants you temporary insight into how the spell is cast, even if it is not on your available spell list and does not use a spell slot. The spell is not added to your spell book. And then the second one is Steal Voice. You attempt to steal the voice of another creature. Choose a creature within range. Make a Wisdom save. On a failed save, the creature loses their voice, which becomes trapped within a box. A creature who succeeds on their save is immune to this spell for 1 hour, and a creature who cannot make vocal sounds or speak is immune to this. So basically, if they're a caster, it completely steals their voice because they can't do verbal components. It's like silence, but only for one person.
Oh.
So he kind of pulls both of those out and is like, I'm not good with this shit, so if either anybody wants to take these, use them later, please feel free. The shards and the runes, I don't know if we should even try to figure out, because they all take actions, so they're not really. Screw it. I'm just going to do this. Click. That work. Okay. I'm going to put all of the runes out there for everybody to see. Boom, boom, and boom. That's what they all do.
Oh.
And then, what's everybody's attunement at right now? Because we can have 4 because of the thing.
Ponike is capped out. Milo has 1.
Okay.
How do I tell?
I have 1.
It'll say. I'll just look and tell you.
Yeah, it says at the bottom.
You're at 4.
Okay, so I'm the only one. Who can, wait, no, me and Milo can both.
Yeah, Milo and Asger can take an additional
All right,
one.
so Asger's going to pull out a couple more rings and be like, all right, I also have a few more things. Obviously, I've been carrying around a bunch of shit, and I'm tired of carrying all of it. So he has the Ring of Regeneration, the Ring of Telekinesis, the Ring of Warmth, the Ring of Mind Shielding, the Ring of Shooting Stars, the Ring of Feather Falling. All things that we could put on between the two of us, Milo. Shooting Stars has a bunch of random shit that it can do. If you want to look that up, let me look up.
I will look that up. Ring of Shooting Star.
Mind Shielding is it's the same, like they can't read your thoughts, determine if you're lying, all that kind of stuff. You can make the ring invisible, but weirdly enough, if you die while wearing this ring, your soul enters the ring. So it's a little
that's fun.
A little weird. Feather Falling is obviously Featherfall. And then Warmth is, it'll be good for when we go to Rizia. And then Regeneration is weird. You get like X amount of health every 10 minutes, which is useless in combat and kind of useless since we can all heal in one way or another. So if you want Shooting Stars, I'll put on Telekinesis, because it just gives me extra shit that I can do with strength, basically. I can throw shit around. Or if you want Telekinesis, I can put on Shooting Stars. I don't care. Really,
I might actually...
otherwise it's all just going in there.
Telekinesis or Shooting Stars.
Yeah, take your pick. I don't care, because either way, it really doesn't matter to me. And then, just while we're here, Azur is also going to take, let's see, 2 potions of greater healing, a potion of regular healing, what was it? The potion of I don't know how to say that. Diminution? Diminution. There you go. It shrinks you, basically. It gives you the effect of reduce from enlarge, reduce. And then, what was the last one I was going to take?
Interesting.
I guess just 1 more potion of healing. So 2 potions of regular healing, 2 greater, and
I'll take the Ring of Telekinesis, actually.
Okay. So he throws that over to you, and I'll put on the Ring of whatever the fuck it was. Shooting Stars.
God, 24 DC. You gotta be fucking kidding me.
And then after, he's going to take all those potions I just talked about and put them into the Caneth potion belt and put that bad boy on, because it's just the thing I can do. Because reasons later. And then he's going to pull out, he's like, I also have this. It's the oil of slipperiness, the oil of sharpness. He has a potion of frost giant strength, stone giant strength.
Ah, this is so much shit.
Yeah.
You people haven't examined your loot in like 6 months.
Except for Asger's just been holding on to all of this crap.
I love it. I love it.
We've got a ridiculous fight coming. Asger's like, start taking shit, motherfuckers.
You all brutally die, and you're like, God, if only we had magical items that would boost our capacities to a reasonable level. Oh, that's 2 DM.
Right. So
congrats on being the kitchen sink, buddy.
Yeah,
he is.
No, literally, I was talking with Ian. Asger's new side gig, he's gonna start selling shit.
That's fucking fun. Is this like it? Is this in the channel? Like, can we read everything?
Yeah, I posted it a million years ago. It's pinned.
Yeah.
Where?
The loot is there. It's pinned, so it's the one that says
loot. Yeah, the one that says loot. That is all the crap that he has. It is a lot of shit.
Yeah, I have a ton of
There
crap.
you
Plus all the stuff that's already in my thing that I already passed out.
The massive amount of bullshit from the last.
Yeah, no, seriously though.
Jesus Christ.
And then
Oh.
so oil of sharpness, oil of slipperiness, frost giant strength, and stone giant strength. He's gonna look at Ponyke and be like, if you ever need strength, I have a potion for it. And Milo, and Silas, I have 2 of them technically.
Well, I may have an idea of how to deal with our visitor.
Okay. Would you care to?
And well, if potion of strength makes me strong enough, I just grab her and begin flying and flying and flying.
She's a lich.
Then we'll both come back. But
No,
I can guarantee.
I mean, most liches can fly. They kind of just hover around and go everywhere.
Take the oil.
Shame.
The slippery one.
Right, and he throws it to you.
Ow.
I'll still take that potion of strength just in case I need it.
Which one? I've got
she doesn't.
stone giant and frost giant. Let me see which one does what.
Stone.
Alright, he tosses you the stone giant one.
Nothing against frost giant, but everything against frost giant.
Neville Shoy and Buddy, do you have anything to comment as all this loot is being handed out?
Yeah, we're sharing all of our Halloween candy. You guys weren't even invited.
Right. If anything, Neville Shoy is just. Wait, hold on. What? Look. Okay. So, what's going on? Why the? You look like I know the look of a party about to prepare for some serious shit. Like what's about to go down here?
Honestly,
go ahead.
Well, my thing about it is beyond the preparing, we also just there's a lot of shit here because we've just never divvied things up. Poor Asger's just been carrying all this shit, so now that we can breathe, we're just finally taking a look at what we got. Asger?
Yeah, no, that.
Right, yes, that is actually accurate. Oh, actually, Ponyke, you should take off the. Well, no, the ring has other benefits. You could also use the bracers of defense if you want, instead of something else. Asger still.
Can't I wear both?
You can, but you don't have enough slots right now. I think you're already.
We have 2 extra. We have an extra attunement slot.
We should have 4 slots. Do you have 4 things equipped or 3?
Let me.
4.
Anyway, what were you saying, Nebeltoy?
Yeah. Beyond that, just sort of like, okay, well, sure, that's fine, but what are you preparing for again?
I love when he gets that laugh.
So, how to explain this?
So, there's this lady.
To this point, you've never seen Asger's left arm, because he wears a full-length duster, no shirt underneath.
Why do
looks like a full-length duster.
What?
And so he takes his duster off, and he's now shirtless, and you see this massive dragon mark that goes from his wrist all the way to his back, and it now takes up pretty much the entirety of his back.
Silas points at it and raises his eyebrows like, see?
So, this is linked to someone in a way, and let's just say they're not a very amenable person, and unfortunately, more than likely, in a few... How many days is it now, Ian?
4.
5.
In
4.
In about 4-ish days, somewhere around there, they're going to come knocking, so to speak, and I want to be as prepared as humanly possible. If you two want to piss off in 3 days for a little bit, you can, and try and find us afterwards. If you guys would like to join us, then you are also free to do so. As I was explaining all of the other things after I handed out a few things, those robes, if either of you could wear them and would like to use them, please, for the love of God, you can take them. I also have another shield. I have quite a few swords and other items if you would need anything to make yourself a little more comfortable with what's coming.
Yeah. I have one more attunement slot available.
He beans you in the head with the braces of defense.
Oh, no. I don't have any more attunement slots because I have the illusionist bracers that I forgot to add to my
Besides,
Oh,
walks
yeah.
over to you and picks
Also,
them up.
Cloak of the Phoenix is leather armor, and you can't use the bracers with it.
Oh, gotcha. Never mind.
I
You
totally
were the
forgot
only
about
one.
illusionist bracers, like the most OP item ever.
I use them all the fucking time. I just forgot to add them.
That's really fucking funny. Well, go ahead and add it.
I'm doing that right now.
Sure, we'll take your trash for you, but you mind speaking in comment and just...
No, we've been talking to you this whole time.
No, we know.
Oh, I see.
I know.
I see.
Don't mark it.
Yeah,
but
basically brass tacks. Like, what
Yeah.
exactly are we dealing with?
we know
Fuck
we're
off,
fixing, but...
ancient wizard, basically.
Oh,
Yeah.
hate
The
that.
most powerful necromancer to ever stalk the continent of Corvair wants to take over Asger's body in order to rule the world as the goddess of death.
We'll see about that.
Asger does not say that out loud.
The narrator does. One last thing. Could I take the oil of sharpness, but then also that little scroll of color spray you got?
Sure. You could also take
Thanks.
the other scrolls if you would like them.
How many else we got?
The spell here, hold on. Click.
I know we have a. I'm looking at the
shit.
thing. I didn't see any other scrolls.
Crap. Ian, when I clicked it, it
Cast
disappeared out of my thing because it's consumable, and I did not mean to do that. But whoever's taking them, can you just give them these two?
Okay, so who wants voice steal and spell
Ooh.
steal?
Here, I'm gonna put them both out there so you guys can
Yeah,
see
go
them.
ahead and read them and then tell me who wants them, because they come from a custom book, so it's going to take me a while to put it in there.
Scroll of steel voice? That kind of whips.
Y'all take that, Steve. All right.
Fuck.
So,
I'll take steel voice and also color spray.
all right, Buddy, Nebelshoy. I know, Buddy, you're a wizard. Nebelshoy, what class are you?
Rogue.
Rogue.
Yeah.
Let me see. What's your alignment?
Chaotic neutral.
Nice.
Damn it.
Yeah, you and Silas both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, never mind. I can't give you any of those swords.
You also have the sword of Zariel on your hip.
Yeah, no, Asger's keeping that. That's not going anywhere right now. Let's see. Do I have other weapons? Oh wait, I have that fuck off big ass sword, but you couldn't use that as a great sword. I mean, you could, but that'd be stupid because it's not a finesse weapon. Oh my god, finesse weapons. No, I've got the arm blade and the great sword of moonlight. Okay. No. Okay. There. Here, let me see. What armor are you wearing?
As far as the...
Nebelshoy?
did I give Nebelshoy any custom armor? I don't think I did.
If you didn't, I've got a +3 leather armor. That would probably
yeah,
add
give that to him
+3.
immediately. He has
Yes,
regular
please.
leather armor.
Yes, please.
I'll switch it
you go.
over to +3 armor right now, so you don't even have to do anything.
Cool.
Much
And then,
obliged.
Buddy, if you want to take that, the robes of the High Guild, you could take that. If you want it.
I
Up
think
to
I'm
you.
good on robes. Yeah, I got the Arch or the Magi one. Or Arch Magi.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Magi, yeah.
Let me see. Actually, since you're not does that count as armor?
No.
All right, cool. Then you can take the bracers of defense. It gives you a +2 to your AC. I think that's literally all I can give anybody, but let me double check. Shield, armor, skill. So much crap that I have been carrying for fucking ever. Yep, nope, that's it. Unless you want, is that another ring of protection? Seriously? No. Okay, that's the one I was. Okay, cool. I have a ring of featherfall, a ring of mind shielding, a ring of warmth, and a ring of regeneration. If either of you guys want any of those.
What's the ring of regeneration do?
It gives you a certain amount of health every 10 minutes. Hold on.
Nebbleshaw is gonna just sort of.
Yeah, it's a D6 every 10 minutes.
Sure. Yeah, he'll go for that.
Cool. He hands that over to you. And then so that leaves warmth, mind shielding, and featherfall. Warmth isn't really going to be useful right now. Let me see what mind shielding.
The greedy utilitarianist within me is screaming to go for featherfall, but I will fight it as much as I can.
I mean, if you don't have a bunch of extra magic items equipped, why not?
Good point.
Mind shielding, mind shielding.
Nuts.
It's up to you.
It's up to what Buddy chooses. I will let Buddy choose something before I start.
Buddy's good on rings. What was it was like bracers of defense?
Yeah, so you can take the bracers of defense. So it gives you a +2 to your AC as long as you're not wearing armor or using a shield. Asger was wearing them, but then he switched to the spell shield because he knows what's about to happen.
What? Why?
If Buddy ain't gonna go for anything longer, that ring of featherfall.
Yep,
as a
that's
rogue.
yours.
Yeah. And Nebbleshoy like looks up quizzically and is like, "So are these loners or?"
If you come with us and make it out alive, then they're absolutely yours. I'm not about to take them back.
All right, you got yourself a soldier. And he walks away.
Sounds good to me.
Alright, who wants the scrolls? We have 2 scrolls here. Spell Steal and
Gimme,
Voice Seal.
gimme, a man after midnight.
Alright, you got it.
Thank you.
I guess let's do our winding down and camping for the night routine. Whoever wants to start first, go ahead.
Well, Olivia, you said that you wanted to tour.
Yeah, this'll be on first watch.
Yeah. Okay. Does anybody want to fuck around?
I'll stick to last watch.
Milo, do you want to be with them or do you want me to be with them? Because we're gonna split.
I will.
All right, cool. Then it'll be me and Nebbleshoy again, and we'll take the middle one.
Little Nebbleshoy. God, I like Nebbleshoy. He's just a pal. All right. Well, if nobody's gonna read anyone a bedtime story, I guess we'll get to watching.
Alright, Ponike and Silas are taking first watch as the rest of the gang goes to sleep. What would you two like to discuss?
Ponike does.
I'll be
Ponike
blunt.
does.
Everyone's dead. Nothing's gonna happen on your watch, so you can just talk with impunity.
Ponike is gonna do the gesture of turning down a light switch, and the fire is gonna dim, so that way everyone can sleep without a bright roaring fire.
Okay.
And she'll just kind of sit down and wait, for everyone to be fully asleep. So she'll give it like maybe a half hour before she says anything. Silas,
Onike.
can we talk bluntly?
Oh. Yeah.
Are you
I guess nothing's stopping you.
are you in it? Are you here with us?
Would in oh, like
Are you with us, heart to soul, from the top of your head to the bottom of your hooves? Are you here with us and what our goals are?
I mean, yeah, I am. I have to be.
I don't want to hear I have to be. I want to hear I want to be.
Anike, look. Uh, can you tell me why you're asking me this? So I
Yes.
understand how to answer you.
Yes, I will. In the month and a half, 2 months, 3, however long it's been that I've known you, you've told us a lot of stories about your past, how you tarred and feathered those other clones, how you escaped your family. And then we meet these other clones and you pretend you're a victim of circumstance. Oh, no other clones like me. And
okay.
I'm just worried that one
No.
day it won't be clones. One day it'll be us.
No. You. Alright, Fuck. I'm really gonna have to have this talk. Okay. So. Yes, it's true. I tarred and feathered some people. I'm not proud of it now. I did it back then because. And this is gonna sound like a cop-out, but I was just trying to find my place. I was just trying to fit in. And okay, that's not important. What is important right now is I need to make you understand why I have been acting the way that I have been around them. These two. Wow. Okay. At any point, did you happen to hear Angle call me?
Yeah.
Did you?
The T word that you don't look. It's curly Q, but it starts with a T.
Yeah, exactly. That is why. Oh, that word. So that word means something to my people. It's never good. The whole idea is that clones are, we're, we invented clowning. You know, we're supposed to be happy. We're supposed to like parties and colors and celebrating everything that we can. You'd think it if you went to a Clon town, you'd think there was a festival every day, but that's just how it is. Every day is a festival for us because we're happy. It's it's when you aren't like that it becomes a problem. So, say you have a hard time being happy all the time, or you just aren't one for parties. Maybe they're too loud. Maybe you're just not good with people. Or maybe you just don't get what they're celebrating. And there's other reasons. But if you aren't what most people think a clon should be, then you are twisted. And I think I've figured out where the whole idea of it comes from. We've got this thing called like, have you ever, and he points at you, just his arm's getting more lively as he's explaining this. Have you ever seen me get really, really big?
Yes.
Exactly. That's because of something called a rubber soul. And the idea is it's some people take it literally. Some people think it's just, it uh, not folklore, but just a cultural way to put a name to some of the weird shit that our bodies can do. But some people can get big like that. Others, they can stretch their arms and legs for a little bit, and they can reach things or run and jump without really needing a head start. And you can also, it's funny, but well, it's all funny. But you can I've seen some people kind of puff up in a way, and it was
Like a
like their
toad.
skin. Yeah, and it was harder to hit them in battle, and it's already hard to hit us because of our skin is so goddamn rubbery. But with that, it was like metal. But that's
Yes,
because of
yes.
something called our rubber soul. People who aren't as they quote unquote should be are called twisted, and I think it refers to your soul not being right.
Well, thank you for the description of your peoples. And she
I'm not
kind of
done.
rubs.
I need you to understand a little more so that you know that I don't just pick up and go for fun. I don't want you to think that.
Understand enough. I think I
Are you sure?
understand enough to make my next point.
We'll see. It's
She
been hard to explain this to people before.
She
especially
rubs the
other
bridge of her
clones.
nose, and she pulls out her pack and she offers you a cigarette. She doesn't
No.
say anything. She just kind of opens the box towards you. She'll poke one out, put it in her mouth, and it lights automatically, and she will blow the smoke away from you and the rest of the sleeping party. The point of why I brought up your relationship with Buddy and Neville Shoy is because I noticed something that it certified a theory I had been having.
Oh?
You always take the role of a victim. But Silas, I want you to understand something. She kind of makes direct eye contact, as much eye contact as you can make with someone with pitch black eyes. You were never a victim. None of us are. Not Asger, not Milo, not myself. You are stronger than you think. These other clones don't approve of you. Fuck them.
You know what?
We're gonna make a new world, and you can make an entire, and you can make it so that way when they call you the T word, you can look at them and all the clones can be on your level. You don't have to achieve a different level than you are. They can be your level of your rubber soul, the same rubber soul that you have. Everyone
I don't want
will
that.
have. Well then, as a god, you can reshape your soul.
Oh,
But I want you to understand that you are not a victim. You are not broken. You are not that T word.
it's the
You
fucking
are
name.
better. You are better. Well, fuck it. If you are, you know what? That makes you better than them.
No, it doesn't.
You're the next
I'm just a
evolutionary. You're
No.
the next evolutionary step
No.
in Clon. You are
I'm
the
not-
next Clonnish god.
Stop talking to me. Stop talking to me. I'm not. And I am. I know what I gotta do. It's been weighing on me for fucking months. Don't you know I know what I gotta do when this is done? Look me in the eye. Don't you know I know what I'm gonna have to do in the end? I can't run away from this one. I will never be able to run away from this. My whole life I've had to do that. I know I'm different. I always have been. I was raised to be. That's why I did it. And don't you tell me I'm not a victim. I know I had to be tough for this shit. Anybody would have to be to the end of. I told you that you know what? If this becomes a problem again, keep it to yourself. I've had enough of people telling me what I am and what I am and not. I'm gonna decide what that is from now on. And I'm not gonna explain myself anymore.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
That's including you.
Good.
Don't never tell me
You
what
won't.
I am.
Perfect.
What the hell?
I don't get you. Fuck, I don't get you. You're old and weird and you think wrong. And you make sense sometimes, but God, you can be cold. I don't get you. Don't, you know, as much as I told you tonight, there's lifetimes and nuance and shit tacked on to it that I don't have the guts to relay back to you. But I'm gonna get worse before I get better around these folks. But just know that how these people see me matters to me, and I'm gonna need you to step away and let me be seen by them. They won't be here forever. And if I make them the way I want them, it won't count anymore. So just let me have this. I'll do what I need to do when the time comes. But let me have this. Please.
Kind of looks at the ground, and you can tell that there's remorse in her face when you say, "Let me have this." And she pulls out the couple of feathers that Buddy gave her the other night, and she twirls them back in between her hands, and she burns them completely so that they're nothing but ash. And she goes, you'd have more if it wasn't for me, and I'm sorry for that.
No. Honestly, I don't think I would if it wasn't for you. They're gone, mostly. But I think if you hadn't... this is a hell of a thing to thank somebody for. It's not lost on me. But if you hadn't done what you done, they never would have sought me out. I would have been just another twisted. They wouldn't have wanted my help, you see. Now I can help them. I can make myself useful to my people. Thanks terribly to you.
Well, I know you've accepted my apology, but I still feel this itch to say that it was not, directed. It wasn't because you were Clon. It wasn't because you were, the village. I didn't attack the village on purpose. It wasn't targeted. It was just the next number in the hopscotch as I made my way from one place to another.
Yeah.
It was just where the stone landed.
What was, this might be asking a lot, but you remember what the place was called?
Perhaps Celestial could jog my memory. Perhaps if I thought long and hard about it and dug deep into the private messages of my own mind, something somewhere would be able to tell me what that name of the village was. Huh. Yes, it was, I believe the sign said High Top, but I could be wrong.
I'll never forgive you for this.
That's okay. And I never made it up there.
Well,
He's crying.
she'll pull out like some thin like tissue-esque parchment and hand it to you.
He does not take it from you.
She folds it neatly and just sets it on the ground next to you.
Okay. Don't ever talk to me again about this. In fact, please, unless you need to, don't talk to me ever again.
That'll be difficult since we work together, but I'll try.
Thank you.
And she'll just kind of fiddle with the fire until, the 2 hours are up.
Silas will never ever face her again during the watch. And when he goes to bed, he turns his back to her.
All right. Wow. Jesus. All right. Now, who wishes to go next on watch?
That's me and Nebbleshoy.
All right.
Yeah.
Nebbleshoy and Asger, have your moment. Oh, quick thing before we get back into it. 10:30 to 11 sound fine?
No, I gotta dip at 10:30.
Oh,
Okay.
God. All right. I will run to 10:30.
Dude,
Dip.
I was
Yeah,
out in the out in the
10:30 sounds
sun all
good.
day, man.
Yeah, I know.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead. All right, Nebbleshoy and Asger, you are on your watch. What would you like to do during your watch?
Gonna do my thing. So Nebbleshoy, you see Asger pull out some blueprints, and he's just dicking around with them, with a notebook next to him. Plonk.
Just sort of rolls over.
You parse through them, and you feel that you're getting there close, but maybe a day of rest and a little bit more thought, and you'll be able to parse the mysteries of these strange scribblings.
Cool.
All right, Nebbleshoy?
Yeah, I guess out of like a nearby shadow, like a corner, a ways away from the rest of the group, but sort of in the darkness, you see him just sort of scurry out, I suppose from under like one of the carts. He looked like he had just started sleeping with his pack like clutched around, clutched in his hands. And he moves over and sits down. And so how long you been you seem the hero type. How long's that been going on? At least the most heroic compared to the others.
Well, I appreciate that. I, however, would never, ever call myself a hero. I have done things that I am not proud of. For years, I worked for the Silver Hand Mercenary Company. Unfortunately, I had to do quite a few things that I'm not proud of. But it was a living. Since then, I look out for those that I care about as much as I can. And guess the biggest thing in my mind is this world is, especially now after all the death that's happened, it is utterly unbalanced. And I seek to be at least a small part in regaining the balance for this world.
Yeah, I guess so. Balance. Yeah. Look, you're not the only one who's done things for a bad organization. I could tell you stories. Yeah. If anything, well, yeah. All you can do is take care of who's left, right?
That is the idea.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, for someone of your. I want to put this delicately.
Go out and say it. Maybe that's a better way.
Well, of your disposition. I'm not more talking about your size, but of, well, you're quite good at hiding, and I'm sure quite good at, getting in and sneak attacking things. You're quite protective for being one of that type.
Well, I mean, yeah, I guess so. Look, there's different types of clans. We're from all over, so we're not all gonna be all sunshine and rainbows. Some of us, well, some of us come from different places. Me, I got deep gnome in my lineage. Not like, you know, full, but like somewhere in there, somewhere back in my ancestry. So, yeah, I guess I'm not all, you know, honk honk, clown car. It's all new to me, I'll say that much.
That
But
is fair.
yeah. But I could do my best, and you know, kids like a good show whenever, you know, and he uses minor illusion and just sort of like confetti sprung out from his hand. I got my own way of having a little bit of fun.
Asger smirks, and as the confetti's shooting out, you see like a little bird appear in the middle of it and start like pecking at it. Or I guess can't do moving images, can you? You get kind of the idea. I don't know how my religion works. I have it. I just can't remember exactly.
At the sight of the bird, you see Nibbleshoy's face fall, and he looks like he was first off. He looks like he would revert back to being quiet all over again. And
Seems like birds are not your thing.
no.
Oh,
It just reminds me of my niece. My god niece. My family. Look, I was a part of a group of the previous hero. Look, I've had experience with the hero thing, and in that group I got that experience, and it was there was a person in that group that we stuck together better than the others. She was a Kenku, and she had a daughter, and well, when she died, someone had to take care of her daughter. And, well, everyone else was gone too, so all I could do was just step up. And, she was... the little kid was a spry, scrappy little thing, but she was okay. But, well, the morning took her like it took everyone else, so it's still kind of fresh.
Well, I apologize.
And he pulls out from his scarf a feather, a small black feather, and says, "People die, right? You gotta keep going where you can."
Oh yes, people inevitably die. And he pulls out a, you wouldn't, I guess, know what it is. It's a little, like, it's actually a silver hand, and it's his insignia of his rank within the mercenary group. And he flips it over, and on the back there's a little clamp, and he kind of flips it open, and inside of it is a very small pendant. It's just a very simple gold pendant. And he kind of opens it and holds the pendant in his hand. This is from my brother. He was taken from me. Necromancer then reanimated his corpse afterwards. But he held through. He he held on to his humanity despite what happened. It's a mystery I still don't understand. One that I hope one day I might be able to. Unfortunately, the people we care about will die. And they will continue dying in this world that is bereft of balance. And he puts it back in, closes it, and puts it in his jacket. If anything, I hope to, at least for a few people, stop that from happening.
Yeah. God. The only thing one can hope for is to make certain the people that pay for stuff like this, whoever did this, damn it. I mean, look, this place is unfair to begin with, but why? I mean, she was just a kid. They were just children. Like, look over there. And he points like down to the path where they found the cart. It's nothing but ash left to people who had memories and feelings and maybe a future, but now? And what, people like us are gonna be the only ones left at very best try and fix everything? No. The best we can do is make certain that once everything is said and done, they get put in the pit, just like the people they put. They get the same fate of the same. They get the same thing that they gave. That's why I originally didn't want to talk. My oath, before I couldn't freaking breathe, was to not say a goddamn thing until I either stick a dagger or a goddamn crossbow bolt in whoever did this. he looks over to Asger and smiles and says, "Here's to hoping we all get some sort of balance, right?"
Agreed. And he reaches into his jacket, opposite side, and pulls out a very nice bottle of bourbon, pops the cork off, hands it to you.
You keep it. I gotta stay sharp.
Oh, a sip's not going to do anything to you. He takes a small swig, puts the cap back on.
Hmm.
I'm not getting drunk. It's just a a thing our group used to do before we lost one. He used to make agreements and toasts and things of that nature, all to a flask that actually our friend over there, Milo, currently has before he died. We used to, anytime something important came up and we all had to agree, we would take a swig, just a small one. Old habits die hard, I guess.
No problem. He takes out his water skin and uncorks that. It's like, I don't do liquor very much. Yeah, I don't like how. Number one, I don't like how it tastes. Number two, I don't like what it does to me. But I'll drink to that.
Asger smiles and clinks the bottle with your water skin.
Yep.
I love it.
Takes a swig, corks it. So, what was that you said about, what was it, something of Dawn or something? The organization you work with, it.
Oh, the Silver Hand.
Yeah. So, I guess it's something like True Chortle, but, yeah, whatever. Some sort of organization trying to make something.
We almost exclusively worked for the Brother King and his devices. Whatever he needed done, we got done.
Yeah, that sounds about right. This world, huh? Regardless of.
Go ahead.
Regardless of what we build of it, regardless of whether or not it comes back, still a hell of a world to live in, huh?
It's never boring, that's for sure.
Uncorks once more, clinks it with your bottle, and takes another swig.
Asger pops it off, takes another swig, puts it back.
And unless, of course, you want to discuss anything further, Nebelshoy, yeah, I guess he'll move. He'll sit right here, like off the edge of the cart, and like keep a lookout. But whether Asger wants to talk or not, he's down.
Fair enough. Asger, just because he can and he wants to show off a little bit, will minor illusion, and you just hear like a quiet like sigh of the wind basically, and then he disappears and appears right next to you on the ledge.
Nebelshoy Oh, sorry. Go on.
It's fun to let loose on occasion.
Yeah. No doubt. And with that, he sits for a moment, and like a quizzical look on his face, like he's thinking of either saying or doing something. And then he holds his hand out, casts minor illusion, and you see in front of you this small, sort of reddish black Kenku child playing with a doll, sitting down cross-legged, as as Nebelshoi first looks at it and then continues his watch, just thinking.
Asger kind of smirks, looks down at it. Quite the child. And he holds out his hand, and you see probably a 13-year-old version of Asger, much smaller, much skinnier than he is now. Like, he's a massive beefcake at this point. He's a lot smaller in this image. And then you see another humanoid, like human, basically. Asger's technically not human, but he looks like one. But you see another human, and it's his brother, and they're both in the field tossing hay bales.
Hmm.
You know, I was incredibly stronger than him, but he kept up with me, surprisingly enough.
We're all lucky in one way or another. Hopefully that luck can keep up.
It hasn't run out just yet.
Yet. Oh well. Yeah.
No. Unless you've got anything else you want to talk about, at the end, Asger will walk over to Milo and rouse him.
All right, it is now. Anything else from the two of you?
Just saying he's gonna scurry under the cart.
All right.
Once they begin.
Buddy and Milo, it is your watch. Take it away.
Well, Buddy is going to wake up, yawn, and stretch himself out, and take out some things from his bag so he can start applying his makeup again.
Milo's just sitting and staring for a moment. He hasn't said anything, but you hear him start to kind of mutter something under his breath as his eyes roll back into his head.
If you got something to say, you can just say it.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot you were there. I'm very pleased that you are all traveling with us. Well, not very pleased, but allies are harder and harder to come by these days.
Surprised you consider us allies.
I consider you allies for now, because you are allies for now. That may change. But that's no reason to be pessimistic, is it? He pulls out Belfan's flask and takes a little swig. Would you like a nip?
Could always go for I just woke up alcohol. Sure.
He hands it over.
Yeah. And he takes like a drink and just cleans himself off. But the makeup doesn't wipe off easily.
Surprised you didn't ask what. I'm surprised you didn't ask what it was first. That was very brave of you.
People are dead. I'm just in it for anything. If it gets me a buzz, you know, it's kind of you.
That's one way to look at it. Lucky for you, it was just alcohol.
You know, I've been thinking.
Milo takes another swig.
I've been thinking, you know, you just called us allies, but what's a freaky deaky kind of guy like you, a fiend? What are you doing with people like this?
I, unlike many of my fiendish brethren, am a little more pragmatic. I understand that the only way to claw yourself up from the bottom is to make powerful allies. It has served me so far. And he stops for a second. And he's about to take another drink, and then he like kind of furls his eyebrows and thinks for a second. Says, "But you know, they are also my friends. I don't think that, you know, I'm just a totally cynical monster that will just jump from opportunity to opportunity to get ahead. Not entirely untrue, but I've been alive for a long, long time, and I wouldn't consider many to be my friends. Certainly not in the last few thousand years. But these people, people.
Is that your favorite word?
People. It's not. It's just. I can't get into why, but it is surely a misnomer. Not just for me, for all of them. They're greater than just people. People is such a small word for us.
Well, there ain't nothing wrong with being a little weirdo.
On this, we can surely agree.
There also ain't nothing wrong with working your way up, even if it means kind of kissing a few boots. Whatever you gotta do.
At this, Milo, like, just really, really just kind of leans his head back and laughs. Like, this is a fucking good one. Milo has a good laugh at that. Buddy. The number of boots I've kissed over the eons could outfit infinite armies of foot soldiers. No. My days of boot kissing are long behind me now. Well, shortly behind me now. But you're right. You're right. Kissing boot is... it can prove practical.
Well, there ain't no point of being shamed now either. Everybody's gone. Become your own boss. Do your own thing.
Yes.
Take care of entire peoples by yourself.
This, I don't know if I've heard this expression before. Can you say it again? Become your own boss. Is that right? I like that. I very much like that.
Just don't take it into, like, dictatorship or anything. Don't just start hurting people when you're the boss.
Huh. You know, I've considered what it means to be the boss, as it were. But I haven't dedicated much time into considering what an appropriate amount of pain to administer is. I've always maybe trended towards the higher end of the spectrum of what is allowable in terms of pain. Do you think, here's a question, do you think it's that pain is something that should be avoided? Do you think we should have the least amount of pain possible in a world? Would you say?
I think it's unavoidable. I think that it's not something we can generally just control.
But what if it was? Is pain something that should be eliminated? Or is it?
Well, depends on how you mean it.
Yes.
Don't just start slapping kitties just because you can.
I suppose my point is there can be wisdom in pain and suffering. There's lessons to be learned through the rending of the flesh.
Buddy's just gonna look at you really, really weird. And he's just gonna cross his arms and just look at you like, what the fuck is this man talking about? And he's just gonna pinch the bridge of his nose and take his hat off for a second and put it back on. Can you just speak English for a second? Can you speak in common for 1 second and just explain what you mean by this? Because are you trying to tell me you're into something?
No, of course not. I'm sorry. I must be quite intoxicated. He takes another slow drink, and then says something, and then says something in Infernal, which I guess is like. Sorry. No, I'm not into something. What I mean is, all I've learned through pain, and I've learned a lot. But that's not the only teacher, is it?
Of course not.
No, I've recently learned some lessons about friendship, companionship, trust, humility. That one took a hard landing. But what I'm learning is I don't know. I'm drunk. And then he takes another swig.
Well, did it make you a better person? Or did it just make you weird? If pain makes you weird, then probably not a good idea. Just have it around.
A better person. Comparing my current self to my past self. A judgment call. Am I a better person? I think I am a person. And being a person is a better person than not being a person. So, yes, I think I am a better person now.
But was it from the pain? Or after this whole friends thing?
Milo takes a second to takes a beat to really chew on that.
Listen, guy, I'm not here to be anyone's therapist or anything. I don't got the right mind for that. If I was a therapist, I'd just tell you to fuck off and just give me your money, but do you and he thinks for a second. Do you ever think about going back and just going away from this group and just doing your own thing?
Well, I kind of was doing my own thing even when I was with the group. I was always just counting down until I would betray them, biding my time till I could reveal my grand treachery. But then I looked less and less forward to this moment. And the moment kept growing farther and farther away until it didn't feel like it was in my future at all. And something else, something compelling me, pulling me towards a new destiny, towards towards becoming my own boss. Yes. Becoming my own boss. Thank you for this phrase, buddy. This is a good one.
Is it a good one because I'm a funny folk, or is it just something to make you laugh?
Little of column A, little of column B, maybe a little of column C. He grins really big.
God, those are some teeth. Okay.
I know there are more in there than you expected, aren't there?
I don't want to see that. And he starts walking away. This is a freaky ass dude.
Hey, buddy.
And he turns around really slowly, just looks at you tired.
Milo grins and says, "Thank you for your company and your insight."
and he gives like the weirdest old white man smile and just shakes his head and turns back around, and he starts waking people up. He doesn't want to be with Milo anymore. He feels weird.
Fuck, dude.
Get your asses up. Come on, we gotta go. And he starts kicking people by their boot.
So, do we want to start our march in the wee hours of the early morning and get our way to the great mountains of the depths? All right. There's a certain emotional weight kind of hanging. Andre, really, really great work. But we can talk about it after.
Great work.
Absolutely, my gosh.
Excellent
Really
work, Milo. You got it, man. You got it.
Become your own boss. Wow.
I love that. Okay, that
Thank you.
Resonates. Yeah, that was all, buddy.
It's the perfect thing you could have done.
Yeah, that was brilliant. This is why we do watch scenes. Okay. So, you climb into the great valleys of the mists. Fog billows through ancient valleys lined with stone, manicured boulevards. It seems you're in the remnant of a city washed away by the morning, leaving only its ruins. As you make your way through the city, the remnants of it, the fog gets thicker and thicker and thicker. Everyone give me a perception check. Jesus. Yeah, get all those nat 20s out of the way.
I mean, we only got 22 more minutes, so I doubt she's gonna appear.
She's not, it's impossible. So, as you... God damn it, Milo. So, Milo, piercing through the fog, sees in the distance, hunched ahead of you, a figure, a man in black armor, huddled over. His armor is scorched, and he lies still. What would you like to do?
Milo's gonna hesitantly, carefully approach to get a better look.
You see the figure clad in its armor, scorched, lashed, covered in pocks and bruises. The armor is broken, and you can tell immediately that this creature is undead, or it used to be undead. Tucked between its arms seems to be a tightly wrapped bundle in a burlap sack. You sense the stench of life and purity within that burlap sack. Holiness.
No.
What would you like to do, Milo?
First of all, ew, gross. Oh, hell yeah. I'm gonna use fucking telekinesis, which I can do now. Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Just reach forward towards the bag, lift it up, and pull it towards Asger, because I don't want to touch it.
You pull the burlap sack out, and as it comes out with your telekinesis, it gets caught on the armor, exposing its contents. A little girl, about 12. You remember her, Milo. Jayla Duran, the keeper of the flame.
No!
Wait, say that again. Who's this?
Jayla Duran, the keeper of the flame, the one who prophesies that you would meet Lady Ilmaro in 3 days' time.
She's dead. The keeper of the flame is dead.
Wait,
She
is
got
she
snuffed
dead?
out, man.
No, she
She's
is.
in a bag.
She is faintly alive, but teetering on the precipice of death.
Ooh, shit. Seeing her,
Okay.
Asger's gonna bolt.
Now, I need Asger and Milo to make a perception check.
Okay.
Everyone else is also welcome to come forward.
Yeah,
No,
Ponike.
This is gonna ruin it.
Ponike will
What?
walk over.
Double nat one, baby. Double nat one. Double
Oh
nat
my
one.
gosh.
Double nat one, baby.
Asger got a 22, though.
Asger,
Ponike walks over.
Doubles.
she's gonna distant cast Cure Wounds.
Nothing happens.
Oof.
Before anything else, what does my perception check tell me?
As you look in the furrows of the man's armor near his chest, at least on one of the cracked segments that's been turned over and inward, you see that the interior of his armor has been coated in dark speech writing.
Oh, fuck balls. Okay, what does it say?
You can only read like one word. It says castle. It seems you would have to pry the armor off of his body in order to read the entire message.
I'm
Well,
gonna
first I'm gonna
assume the
cast-
second word is Garen Brick.
What was
Okay.
that? All right,
I
you're
said
gonna...
I'm gonna.
Okay, Asger, you said you're going to take off the armor?
Well, first I'm gonna see if Spare the Dying will work, just to make sure she doesn't die.
Give me an
I mean,
invest.
Cure.
You reached the conclusion that the cure wounds didn't work, so there's something else that needs to occur here.
That's fair.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wait, so
just
she's
rip the fucking armor.
so she's still a little alive?
Yeah, she seems to need a little je ne sais quoi, a little something else. What?
I have advantage on to break anything, so it's a 32.
You peel off the man's armor. Does anyone else watch him peel off the armor?
Yes.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Fuck.
Oh, shit, because it's
Well,
the speed.
actually, oh no, fuck. I rolled the insight to see what Jayla Duran needs, so I guess I wouldn't be looking at it.
All right. If anyone else was actually looking at that armor, you're gonna have to make a wisdom saving throw. Milo,
No,
you don't have
Silas
to.
is
You're evil.
1,000% focusing on the almost dead
Oh,
child
I
in
have
front
to,
of
right?
us.
Yeah, you're an evil fiend. You look at dark speech, and you're like, oh, hey, neat, grandma's recipes.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'm gonna be real. Asger's got the little one in his hands while he's ripping the armor off with the other hand, because that
Alright.
hurts.
Nebelshoy, are you looking
Silas
at the
tries
armor?
to take her.
Just more concerned about what the heck is going on.
All right,
It seems like they know this person, so
they do. Buddy, you are going to take. I forgot how much psychic damage I did for this.
I don't remember.
You take 24 points of psychic damage as you attempt for a brief moment to comprehend the literal embodiment of evil represented as writing that is carved into this armor. It is bewildering to look at, mortifying, and terrifying. Now, Punike, as you look at Jayla Duran, you see her in a strange stasis, and you're not sure why, but deep within the furrows of you, perhaps some guttural reaction, some primordial force that soars within you and then gave you that initial spark, a divine spark, but an evil divine spark. You feel like Jayla Duran needs to be taken care of by someone of different ilk. Someone evil. Truly evil.
I'll look over to Milo and I'll go, Milo, you I think you should give her a once over. I have a feeling that your touch might be able to help.
What does the rest of the armor say?
That's like a pretty elaborate scene that I'm going to explain after we get Jayla Duran back up.
Alright, cool.
Would the ring of spell turning, would it hit the spellcaster back if I'm wearing it?
No, not really, because it's more like the writing itself is so evil that it causes damage to anyone who reads it usually, unless you're experienced and trained in it.
So,
Go ahead, Milo.
yeah, Milo's gonna give it a shot. He's gonna cast Cure Wounds himself, but like a devil version. he casts Cure Wounds, but it's like, you know, he's real nasty with it.
Heavy
You
metal
spit
music.
in her mouth.
Heavy metal music starts playing. In the distance, you see a black goat watching you from a nearby cliff. The cure wounds soaks into her body, and you see her eyes open. She turns and looks at Milo. Thank you. I do not know how I got here.
It looks like you came in a bag.
Asker like physically turns her and points her at the soldier. He goes, that bag that
Oh my.
that guy was carrying.
As you turn, she looks at the body and says, Caius, no! She gets up and she limps ever so slightly and falls to her knees. She looks up.
No. Silas goes and
Asker
helps
was
her up.
carrying her first off. So.
All right.
Silas and Asgard, double team.
She points to the body and says, please bring me to Caius.
Right.
Okay.
Sets you down.
Ah, he died taking me here, or somewhere. When the morning came, all were slain save for myself and Caius. He labored through the woods and the valleys and the dead cities to bring me. I suppose here, but he meant Paolo or Draw. But this is as the stars have decided.
Right. So
I wish we could save him in this state, but I am not allowed to intervene in such things.
What have the stars decided?
That you are soon fated to fight Lady Ilmaro. And you are also fated to be here at this time. And to read what was etched into this armor. She looks at it, and you can see her give a faint scowl as she quickly gives a glance at the armor and then dismissively looks away.
Right. So is he dead? Like you said, he was undead, or is he just dead?
He is undead, but he's also dead. There's a weird quirk here where you can technically bring him back to life. If you wanted to ask, and if you wanted to kind of jaw with Jayla Duran a little bit more, she can tell you that, but you're going to have to ask if you have that line of questioning.
Why can't you bring him back?
I am not allowed to meddle in such things, but no scripture says I have to stop anyone who would try. I can simply look the other way. He died valiantly, and he turned his life towards goodness. I imagine someone of a different persuasion could perhaps bring the memory of him back into this form. Only he knows what he wrote into that armor. It seems pieces are missing. You're going to need the whole message. As she turns around, facing away from the body, she proceeds to deposit. She reaches into her pocket and deposits a single diamond on the ground behind her and kicks it closer to the body and looks away.
Milo steps forward. Yes, I can take a hint.
You are a wise one, Milo, my dear. It's a shame that I can't see what you're doing.
Milo,
Asker being a jackass starts play by playing it.
Also, if you don't, I don't think you all remember Jayla Duran, but do you know who Caius is, right?
Yeah, her bodyguard.
Wasn't that? Yeah, exactly.
No. Caius is the ex-leader of Karnath. He was the lich, or the vampire that you all were extremely suspicious about.
Oh,
shit.
that motherfucker. Ponike is gonna look at Milo and be like, so it'll just be easier. And she runs her hands through her hair, and her hair straightens and goes from orange, and it fades to red, and then a deep red, and then a brown, and then a black, and her skin goes from rust color to being pale. And as she runs and this flame flickers over her, and she looks like a completely different person. And she goes, "This is how my vessel looked before I took her over. I figured out I could do this the other night. But Milo, you can continue now that he won't recognize me."
Esker kind of leans down and goes, isn't he involved with you know who that's supposed to be coming to fight us?
Well, maybe he can put in a good word for us. Maybe.
Esker's looking straight at Jada.
I shall have him speak for himself.
Right.
Now, please, I
okay.
cannot be so ignorant for so long.
Stand back.
Cover your ears.
Milo lays the body out so it's on its back. And he kneels down in front of it, and so that his he can just reach down and touch the head.
Mhm.
He puts one hand on either side of his head, kind of covering his ears, and then he starts whispering in Infernal. And you see like the kind of the ground all around him, like the air gets really still, and and you see kind of this like this kind of dark glow come from Milo's hands, and like twirling kind of wisps of smoky darkness kind of like dance around him and then seep into his eyes and nose. And then Milo takes a step back and kind of slouches his shoulders. This is kind of like taking out a bit of energy.
The man's eyes open. He would take a breath, but he hasn't done so in 300 years. He looks around. The place I was in was not pleasant. Thank you. He looks at Milo. Thank you. He looks at Jayla. He tries to stand up, but is wounded. Simply gives her a faint nod as she turns around and says, "Caius, my dear." Alright. I don't have much time. That spell normally only works on the living, but your friend here has a bit of a grasp on memories, and there's no greater memory than a soul. What do you wish to know about the Dread Queen?
So first off, tell us whatever's inscripted inside your armor.
When the morning came, I was coming to speak to Jayla Duran about some issues in Thalios. Rebellions had been breaking out. I figured the city was going to erupt into chaos. We needed to have someone down there to make sure that things stayed stable. The morning came and killed everyone. As Jayla Duran could not handle the load of everyone being so wounded to the death around us, I wrapped her up in the nearest cloth I could find, this simple burlap. I brought some fruits for some of the guards. They enjoy the crops from my garden. Then she came. The Dread Empress, Lady Ilmaro, came. I took this form so that I would be strong enough to fend her back. I doubt you look upon me. I don't doubt that you look upon me and wonder why I have these removed tattoos. Yes, I used to be a member of the Blood of Vol, but I swore that off ages ago and took this undead form so that I may have the vitality necessary to fight Lady Ilmaro in whatever manner necessary. I don't know why, but when she laid her foul claws upon me, what was left of the morning, perhaps it was the divine energy coursing within the Holy Sept and the morning, but it imparted within me what she plans to do to you.
Oh, fantastic.
I shall tell you. She has journeyed far and wide. She has gone to Shendrik and probed the deepest, darkest, most dastardly depths of the giants and found their most ancient magics. She has vitalized her body, brought her undead form to a pinnacle the likes of which I have never seen. She has shaped her strength, augmented herself with the might of a storm giant. She has their vitality as well. I fear she will be quite loathsome. But that is not quite it. She also acquired 2 scrolls for within the depths of the great capital of the giants. Scrolls sealed away and guarded by ancient dragons, so old that they remember only the task of defense. One of them, she did not have the necessary component, so she had to find the creature where it laid once in the age of demons when it stalked the land like a lapdog for archdemons and archdevils and the overlords. She found the only Tarask in Corvair. But she did not stop there, because it is merely bones, so she gave it undeath. I am afraid what shape it takes now. When she touched me, she did not speak any more of that, but know that that creature is but a moment away. And then, further and deep within those depths, she found a scroll that can summon a great body from the heavens, a flaming streak, a torrent, a great moat of celestial energy that she can bring down upon you in a moment. A comet. She's going to strike first with this great comet, and from it, buried within its radiant energy, sealed away by its adamantine bulk, there she is keeping her pet. If you see the light coming, that is her. Be careful. Ugh.
Her pet?
Ugh. The Tarask.
Oh, great. Fantastic.
Is there anything else you need of me? I am not long for here.
How do we stop her? Once she gets here, once she brings out her pet, how do we stop her?
Don't die.
Cool. That was the plan already, but how do we cause her to die?
She's a lich. I probed it. Our minds became one. Not even she knows where her phylactery is. Her mother hid it in ages past. Asger, she wishes to take your body, trap your soul within an object and destroy it, and place her body within yours so that her mark of death can truly sing.
Fantastic. Of course.
There are only a few minutes left. Is there anything else you need to ask of me? But wait, what? I have a request. Asger. He extends out his hand.
Which hand does he extend?
His left hand.
Asger offers him his right? Yeah.
When I pass, send my soul to her with the rites. Am I understood?
Asger kind of nods and then immediately starts drawing runes around him with his powder.
Is there anything else you wish to ask of me before I go?
Hey, Neville Shoy here, random dude that just showed up, random refugee. So, just wondering, if we, us normal refugees, are approached by the same person, is she gonna be so inclined to send us to the same fate as them? And he points to the heroes.
If you do not, interfere. She will not fight you. She has no quarrel with you, but she knows these lot will fight tooth and nail to save their dear Asker, so their fates are already sealed. If you wish to live, you must take yourself from here.
Please, do that. Go, okay? Take her too. And he points at Jayla.
Nimbleshoy just looks concerningly at Buddy.
He is thinking hard about where his kids could be, about the settlement, about how much time they have, and just a damn Tarask? Really?
That's not the worst of the two, trust me.
What's this bitch gotta do with you?
Remember the... Oh, wait, I didn't show you. I showed Nimble. Wait, no, I did show you.
Your arms? You want your whole arm?
She wants my whole fucking body.
Then
Because
take it
of
out
my
and make
arm.
Something. This. God.
So, and Nebulshoy points over at his own amputated limb. You know, there are ways to handle that. You do know that, right? I could remove the arm. Unfortunately, as I showed you before, the mark has spread significantly to my back as well, meaning she doesn't just need the arm, she needs all of me. My mark has gained enough strength that my body is about half mark at this point.
Oh boy. Alright, well.
It's been about 2 minutes already. Please go.
It's their choice, Silas.
If you have no other need of me, I wish to have peace. Jayla extends out a hand. He touches her hand. They give each other. He squeezes tightly. She squeezes back. You see her shed a single tear. She lets go of his hand.
Milo gets back to his kneeling position and like kind of lowers him down and keeps his hand over his head and then says, rest easy. Your soul is released now.
Asker then lights the runes.
The runes light. Do you douse his body in fire?
I lit the runes all around him.
So. Oh, okay, so you're gonna... The body smolders and the smoke drifts into the pale white clouds, turning them gray. You feel the spirit of him linger for a moment. You feel a ghostly hand upon your chest, Asker. Not cool, but warm, giving thanks. And then the warmth is gone, replaced only by the cool of the heightened mountain breeze and clouds.
I need to not jump to conclusions about people.
Anything else before we close out the section?
Ponike will shake off her disguise and look at his dead body and go, if he knew what I was, he would have probably killed me before all of this happened. Mom.
I mean, did you see how frail he was? I don't think he was going to.
No, I mean, I mean, when I met him at the party, he kind of had a moment where I think he knew that I knew that he knew. But it's still sad to see someone so weak. But he's he gave us what we needed.
Well, he at least gave us a heads up. And Azra's going to walk down over to Buddy and Nebulshoy. Look at both of them and say, the decision is yours, and consider everything and anything I gave you as a parting gift if you decide to go. It is up to you. This is going to be one hell of a fight.
How far is this Kabara from here?
DM.
Almighty narrator in the sky.
Hey, Jesus.
About
Where's my house at?
5 days away. And Lady
How
Ilmara
far away?
attacks in 3.
So we're about 3 days out from getting the shit kicked out of us by a lich, and 5 days away from where you're heading.
What say you, Nebulshoy? Are you gonna ride or die? Or are you gonna wimp out?
The small silent one gives a sharp glare and looks at Asger sympathetically. Sighs, looks down at the gifts that were given, and gives a sort of beckoning down the path.
Asger smiles, nods, looks at everyone else and goes, I have an idea.
So do I.
But Asger's smiling. He doesn't do that much.
Oh no.
What you thinking?
Well, we happen to have this, and he reaches down and pulls the sword of Zariel out.
The sword glows ever so faintly in the divine presence that is Jayla Duran.
Right. Of course, you like her, that makes sense. Stubborn ass soul. We can go to... Wait, shit. Which one is the one that has the library again?
Saranya.
We can go to Sarania and inquire about a few things. It would set us back on our journey, but possibly give us a little more time. Also, I don't know how time works on Sarania, but on Atlantis it was fucking weird. So, could possibly give us a little more time as well. We could try and figure out where her fucking phylactery is, so that after we kill her this time, we can go find it and destroy it. I doubt we have enough time to go find it and destroy it, unless it's conveniently close by.
It's not.
Figured. Asger is just being a sarcastic asshole. So that's my idea. It's more of a after we deal with the initial, oh shit, she's coming and she has a fucking Tarask lich thing.
Undead Tarask.
Please don't
Big
curse in
oof.
front of Jayla.
Ooh, woo, that means radiant damage does double.
Ooh. Tuesday,
no.
light me up.
Can neither confirm nor deny.
He turns to Jayla. Sorry about the language, but I'm sure you've heard worse. He puts the sword of arrow back away.
I've
Funny,
heard
what
the
is
most sacred mutterings of the most profane beings in existence. It's not bad. I also know what Milo is thinking right now, and yes, it's not pleasant.
Oh, my idea.
Milo.
It's
Who, me?
Well, Asger, my idea was you're not gonna like it, to say the least. We get as far underground as we can, and then what he did to defend himself against Lady Ilmaro, you do.
Not happening.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. I don't think your goddess would allow you to
Asger the Lich. Oh boy.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay,
your
that's-
goddess would allow you to become a lich. But
That's
I mean,
honestly,
you could
like-
ask her.
That
Considering
is
the fact
kind
that
of
you're-
that is kind of delightfully galaxy brained.
To say
Like that is a big brain maneuver.
Fucking is.
Yeah.
However, I do still believe we should get as far underground as we fucking can, so that way when that meteor hits, it won't, kill us.
that's actually not a bad idea. How far is your cave from here, Ponike?
5 days.
No.
No, Kabara is 5 days.
Kabara.
Kabara's 5 days. The cave is way closer than Kabara.
Your
Where's the
cave.
map? Where's the map?
Your cave is. Here, let me show you. Let me flip it over to the map of Corvair.
Cave R. Oh, A. Wait, where are we right now?
Kind of like in Theater of the Mind mode right now. You're 5 days away from Kabara. Now you're 3 days away technically from Lady Ilmaro. Ponike's cave.
And you said, weren't we like passing by like the border of the morning at some point?
You said we're in the middle of the morning, so we're right around here, where y'all see my little thing, like right at the H of White Hearth.
All right.
I feel like it would be like 2 days to get to my cave.
If we hoof
If it's 5 days, if it's 5 days to get to Kabara, it's like a day to get to my cave.
Well, that's if you're
true.
booking it. If you're going at a normal pace, the pace you're going at right now, it would take 5 days to get to Kabara, and then probably a day and a half to get to Ponike's cave.
Which gives us a day and a half to get deeper into the cave.
All right, that's interesting. So is that the angle we want to explore next time? We're doing Dig Dug. All right, we're doing Dig Dug. That's very interesting. All right.
You know what?
Is there?
When I first started listening to this campaign, it was essentially D&D Minecraft. We're gonna keep that theme.
Reject modernity, embrace tradition.
Don't dig down.
Through line, bringing it all back around.
Okay, so
Don't dig straight down. You'll fucking hit Kyber.
No.
You know what?
That's funny.
It's funny you say
Dig
that.
Dug. Oh shit!
It's funny you say that. Anyway, oh yeah, remember the last time you went deep underground and you saw the claws of Kyber? I mean, come on.
Yeah, it was me. I saw the claws of Kyber and about shit myself. Okay, thanks.
Yes, go closer to the dread one, the one below. So anyway, he's gonna love you being close.
Your mother.
So the goal is we are going to hoof it next session as fast as humanly possible to Ponike's cave, and then it's going to be about a day and a half worth of trying to cheese the encounter as much as humanly possible. Is that the angle we're going for here?
I mean, not cheese, just not get insta-nuked by a goddamn comet.
Yeah, because if we're underground, the comet's gonna hit. Its radius is what, 20 feet, 200 feet? What is it?
500.
That's its radius?
Yeah.
And look,
Well,
I
then
don't
we need
think,
to be at least 600 feet underground.
yeah,
Then
I don't
the
think
meteor will
Silas's
hit-
bludgeoning resistance is going to do much here.
Yeah, it's all
The
force
meteor
damage.
will hit. Well, What's funny is I can survive it because the fire damage will heal me as the bludgeoning damage hurts me,
There's no
and
fire
it
damage.
balances
It's
out.
just force damage.
No, meteor storm is
It's
fire and
not
bludgeoning.
meteor storm. It's
You said she brings a comet down from the
But that could just be a comet.
scroll of
Literally,
Possibly be semantics, and it very well could just be.
It's scroll
Big
of
rock,
comet.
ouch.
It's scroll of comet, which does
Oh.
30 d10 force damage.
Ooh.
She was not fucking around.
Okay, so we get as deep down, we get as deep underground as we can, like fucking mole people. The comet will hit, it'll create a crater, so all we can do is just climb up our steps, like go up the steps like the height of a fucking
wait, we only have to
watchtower.
be deeper than 50 feet.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it says the comet creates a 50-foot deep, 500-foot radius crater.
Ooh, so we just have to be 60 feet underground.
Let's call it a cool like 80.
100.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm going as deep as fucking Asgard can get in a day and a half. Thank you very much.
So I am. I gotta go.
All right, let
I'm-
me do Jayla Duran's little closing narration. And then we'll
Oh
go
yeah,
over that.
for sure. Do that.
She's gonna look at the lot of you and say, "I wish you luck on your journeys. I wish you luck on becoming mole people. But remember, it's prophecy. She's coming, and she has a plan.
Of course she does.
So be careful what you're doing. You might be foisting yourself upon your own petard, and perhaps landing yourselves in a hotter situation, even in the way Ponike wouldn't like, than you otherwise would be. Remember, 2 of you can fly. Can't very well fly underground now, can we?"
Meteor can't hit the ground if we're not on the ground.
That is a good point, and I can carry all of us.
Now
we just float in the air. The meteor hits, and we're just like
501 feet above the ground as I'm like screaming, throwing my hat on the floor. Like, all right, so.
And then the Tarask has no range, which means if I upcast fly to 5th level, no, Milo has levitate, so I just have to upcast it to 4th level to catch me and Silas, and then I would upcast it to 6th level if the 2 guests wanted to fly.
Let me finish out the narration. You are advised to think hard. She's one of the most intelligent, seasoned creatures in Corvair, born of dragon and elf. She walks a line known for longevity and tact and guile. You would be well to be very careful thinking that you're going to outthink her. No.
Well, then we just don't think. We just act with reckless abandon, and she won't be able to predict what we do.
What was the last thing that happened when you acted without thinking, Ponike?
I'm alive, aren't I?
Keep your mouth shut.
But what about the dead? Let's not be so flippant with lives, especially your own, which, as I know, is precious.
Yeah, but she comes back.
We don't.
No, that's what I'm saying. She can be a little bit more flippant.
Exactly.
Think about what.
I mean, I come back. Sorry.
It's fine.
Go on, honey.
I must go now. I have to journey to another place. We will be seeing each other soon enough.
Are you going to get that hammer?
She gives you a faint, gingerly smile. Yes. Right. Perhaps that is what I'm going to be doing, but not quite where my good Asker.
It's not in the creepy forest anymore? Interesting. The dragon must have taken it somewhere else.
Ah, yes, Hatharak. I'll need to speak with him. Well,
Fantastic.
I
I
must
look
depart
forward
now.
to you smashing me in the face with that hammer at some point.
It's not for you, my dear friend. You'll see. You'll see. Oh, also, excellent job on bringing peace to Thaliost. Excellent job.
Oh.
Just as I said. Now, good day. Enjoy your walk. The
Wait.
mountains are nice around this time of year.
Honey, hang on.
Yes,
And
Silas?
Silas will take out his
Y'all, I
horn
really
of
gotta
plenty.
go.
Alright, take care,
Go
Olivia.
on.
We'll keep you filled
Yeah.
up.
Okay. Okay. Good night.
Go ahead,
Good
Silas.
night. Silas will take out his horn of plenty and reach in and pull out a little like a little knapsack, and he'll hand it to Jayla.
There's actually
Here.
a little note on it that actually says "Love the Silver Flame."
Oh. Here, honey. I don't know where you're going, but you're little and you gotta eat.
Ah, dumplings. My favorite. Ah, chicken. With extra parsley and tarragon. Thank you, Silas.
You betcha.
What a curious little thing. Helve's craftsmanship, I can tell.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good gift.
I'll be on my way. Remember, do not think that your deep furrows and warrens will keep you safe. Good day. She starts to walk
Bye-bye.
down the path, disappears around an embankment, and is gone in the fog. Anything else, anyone?
Shit.
Silas doesn't fucking feel good about just letting a kid walk down the road, but I mean, she is like,
Asker notices your face and goes, that child could probably kill half of us.
I know, but she's still a kid.
A kid with a purpose grander than possibly even ours.
Kid who got excited by dumplings.
Who doesn't get excited by dumplings? Asker gives you this dead serious look of like, what?
Are you being a fool?
Dumplings are amazing. Why wouldn't anyone get...
That's not the point.
She is a child, yes, but I have a feeling the, how do I say this? The timekeeping prophetic dragon probably already knew things were happening and is probably going to be meeting her very soon.
Tick,
Yeah.
Tock. Tick. Tock.
Yeah, I know.
Tick. Tock.
I don't know. I gotta think about kids, I guess. You get it.
That is fair. There is nothing we can do for her at this point. If we travel with her, it's more dangerous than if we let her go alone.
And Silas would put the horn away and just turn away from you. Like, he's not done being in your presence, but he's got nothing more to say to you at this point.
That's fair. Shit. Well, buddy Nebulshoy, thank you for deciding to stay. Not sure if it was the correct decision, but I appreciate the dedication.
Nebulshoy says nothing but takes point through the fog.
Oh, well, if this is how I'm meant to die, well, might as well be with company.
That is fair. Right. Before we all go and start walking, I want everyone here to make me a promise. If she takes my body, kill it. Do not hesitate. Do not think twice. Do not give it a second thought. Because if you do, she will kill you with my body. She takes it. Take my head off.
Okay. I promise.
Thank you, Simon.
Understood.
Milo.
Are we ready,
Oh, that's a big promise.
Yeah.
buddy? What say you?
I don't like killing folk, but it is a dead man's wish. Gotta respect that.
Thank you.
You all solemnly nod. Gather
Nebulous, I
what's
can't reach.
Asger will minor illusion a question mark in
Damn.
front of Nebulshoy's face.
Um, a scoff you hear from the small one as he turns slightly. He's kept his face quizzically away from the others as he in his own roguish, soldier way keeps an eye out for any threats and just looks back and gives an upturned nod towards you. Asger, as afterwards he continues to look down the path.
Thank you, friend.
A wink. And nothing more.
Well, I guess it's about that time. I guess out of character, do we want to try and figure out where her phylactery is before, or should we just prepare?
That's a good question. I mean, we could always, if we defeat her, then we can find the phylactery afterwards.
Yeah, but she comes back pretty quickly, if I remember.
Oh, really?
correctly.
1d10 days.
Yeah, so she could come back the next day.
We need to find out more about her mother
Yeah.
That is
and
wanna go to
really,
Serania
really
because-
think out of the box when it comes to this phylactery, because I've heard people at least suggest ways to use phylacteries, like literally carving your shit out in a dragon's stomach, or making your phylactery like a dungeon, writing your stuff on the walls. So it's
Yeah, it could
we're
be
gonna need to
literally
think of
anything.
literally anything. Yeah.
Yeah, no, and that's why Asger wants to go to Serania, the plane of all knowledge, and be like,
Oh, here,
tell me a little bit.
let me close out the recording. Good job, everybody. We will see you in a week.